here, audio's coming down to the YouTube stream again. I was just making sure the board and we get it up for the radio audience, but our video crew, thank you. We're coming through. Yeah. You'll hear it.
Our YouTubers are going to be on it, and they were up early going. TCG, Mike, you guys, everybody's chatting already this Friday.
Barn Bomb and Paul are in here killing me. Sorry, guys. Again, I have a brand new board in front of me. I just want to make sure all the buttons are working correctly.
Yes, and so it was placed in right after the show. I'm sure it looks good and shiny and
it's
new and
beautiful.
Nice.
It's gorgeous, as they say. Gorgeous.
All right. Well, we like that. We do have a big Friday show. Speaking of
thank you to the technical team. Barn Bomb, I am the technical team.
That's right. Come on. We're getting it done here. Jay does everything, and he does it well, so relax.
Well, we can go with the whole well thing, but I do it.
Yes. I felt I did where are you on like equipment and technology just in general, Jay? Like our top of the tier?
Adequate.
Adequate?
I'm adequate.
Okay. I would say I'm adequate too. And it's like anything, once you kind of get comfortable with something, you're like, yeah, I fully grasp this. I understand. I can do a few things. Like they say, most everybody out there, I believe, has a cell phone and a smartphone in some way, shape, or form. I say most. You never say everybody, but I bet I use, I don't know what % of it that I do, and I know all that, and I've got it all figured out. But there's so much more I probably could use. So I feel like most people, at least I'll speak for myself, get to a spot where, okay, what I understand, I get it down, and, see or find out a new wrinkle here and there that I'll add to it. But technology, I'm probably less than adequate. I'm okay at technology.
Where do you think, are you reaching a saturation point with technology in the sense that, it's getting pretty soon where you're going to start seeing things in different technological devices and stuff and being like, yep, not doing that?
I don't know. I mean, I think I like to adapt, and I think you enjoy the benefits of whatever the next generation of, the evolution of some of this stuff. And where I was going with this, I did a first, and to some of you out there listening, you're going, I do that every day. Like, welcome to the world here. But being in quarantine, being in isolation. By the way, update on that. Finally, JayMarZZ, last night, first negative test.
Atta boy, Jason Ross.
So here we go. We're back.
That means you'll be back in the studio next week. Oh, wait.
Vacation time for me next week.
Golly gosh, gee darn it.
Yeah. So when we get to August, finally, I think we'll have a run for a while, I assume, of me, you, and Dave together.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to take 1 day off in August, but other than that, no,
only one?
You
need more than that, just one.
No, I think I'm going to take another week off in October for my birthday. So,
but
I'm going to try to. My wonderful, lovely person, spouse, whatever you want to call her, has suggested, and by suggested I mean has told me, that I need to start taking more time off.
Yeah, that's a suggestion, but that means it's happening.
Exactly.
And I would agree. Her
suggestions are never how should I say this? Suggestions.
Yeah, no.
They're framed as suggestions, but
they are suggestions for others, but for you, they're kind of demands. And
exactly.
They will happen.
Exactly.
And, make her happy, you'll be happy. And
that's right.
Actually getting time away, that'll help you. But so again, still kind of quarantining, still isolated, all that. And the Giants and Dodgers were on. And I go, oh man, and we didn't have a TV in this room, which is fine. And so I go, you know what?
I turned it off after the Dodgers went up 6-0. I thought, oh, we're good.
Yeah. Well, I go, hey, I could watch this on the old laptop. This is something I mean, and again, people have been doing this for years, or having a second screen. I pretty much lock in on my television or the phone or something like that. But I felt all grown up, Jay.
You did, and look at you, Jason, embracing technology and watching a video on something that's not a standard television. I'm proud of you.
How do I get this volume on?
Does this thing work?
Yes.
Gladys!
Yeah, help.
Come help me fix this.
Engineering.
It's this computer TV.
I kept calling for the engineering team. Jason, Joe, where are you guys? How do I do this?
They were putting our board in. They weren't worried about your laptop viewing habits.
But that was pretty cool. I know we're going to get into that game, and there's 162 of these a year. But that was good baseball. I mean, it was 5-0 Dodgers.
Great baseball.
Looking like it was just a cruise of a night, and then the Giants storm back, take the lead. Dodgers come back and win it. I know that's not what that's what you like to hear, Jay, but not what Giants fans like to hear. But it was really good baseball, and that's baseball needs more of that. And the Giants and Dodgers generally produce good baseball, which was fun last night.
Yes, they do. It was an excellent game. Again, I turned it off thinking, 6-0, we're good there. Then right before bed, scrolling through my phone, I'm like, 6-6.
Yeah.
What the hell? Turn that on. Of course, our good friend, yours and mine, Mookie Betts, made sure all was well in the evening.
Yes, Mookie. And then earlier in the day, I was actually I should say I figured it out earlier in the day. I was watching as well. The Yankees, my baseball team, the team I enjoy watching, they played a doubleheader in Houston. They can't beat that team.
No, they got swept, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, just this little 2-game set. They had the series in New York earlier was it month or last month, but where the Astros no-hit the Yankees. The Yankees had to have 2 walk-offs in that series to win. Like, the Astros are going to be, some teams are a kryptonite for others. And for right now, the last couple of years, the Yankees can't handle the Astros. And when you get to the postseason, you got good pitching and obviously timely hitting and experience. Houston, they'll be a factor for sure in the American League.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is, and you're right, there are teams that have their kryptonite. Generally, you want your kryptonite to be a bad team. And that sounds funny, but when you put it in its proper context, you don't want your kryptonite to be a team you're going to meet in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That generally doesn't work out well. So, yeah, no, the Yankees need to try to avoid the Astros at all costs right now. How many more games do they have left with the Astros this year? Are they done?
I think that was, they had the weird doubleheader yesterday. Now they're already on to Baltimore. So I don't know if they play them again. I have to look that up. But it is kryptonite. It is a team you don't want to face. And the Yankees did a good job at game 1 of coming back. But then at the bottom of the ninth, the Astros walked them off. The Astros won the second game. Though Aaron Judge, all rise, did hit a home run late. But
don't matter.
Exactly. It's all about winning. So I'm looking forward, though, to today's show, Jay. We got a lot to get to today. We're going to be all over the board. Obviously, we'll get a deep dive into that Dodgers Giants game. And yes, Paul, you're right. It was technically
5-0. Thank you.
Dodgers.
Of course, Paul, there, the human fact checker.
Yes. Big payday for Kyler Murray. That news came in after the show yesterday. And, it's one of those things where I always wonder how other athletes feel that aren't quarterbacks. Like, I saw all these nice complimentary tweets that were going to Kyler, like, go get it, congrats, like from his teammates. And they're probably going, wait, you get how much? And I play the same sport and get hit way more or hit more people, and I get this. Or the other people that are super excited are like Lamar Jackson, the future quarterbacks that are lining up going, thank you for raising the bar because I can't wait till it's my turn.
Yeah, the other one, though, more surprising, you knew Kyler Murray was going to get paid, whether it was in Arizona or if you believe the rumors that he was trying to work his way out of there, someone was going to pay him. The one, and we'll get into it next segment, Kirby Smart made a smart decision by accepting the deal that Georgia gave him. Holy cow. Dude, I need to switch to being a college football coach.
Well, and be a successful enough one to get deals like that. My goodness. And he's had more than one good year, but there's been other guys that have gotten in that Nick Saban trap that come in and have a great year. And then, Ed Orgeron, gone. Other coaches in college football have gotten into that trap where they kind of rise up, have a great year in the SEC, get paid, and then they're already gone. So I don't think Kirby Smart's going down that path. Certainly a 10-year deal would suggest he won't, but man, it was a good day to get paid yesterday.
Yeah, no kidding. Yesterday, I mean, we didn't get in on the action, but forever now, July 21st, 2022, the day everyone got paid.
Yes. We're going to have a lot of fun here today, Jay. One last thing, because today is not going to be a binder day.
Oh?
But I do have one binder I want to show. Because, we've had fun with the cards all week. This is the last of my binders. There might be one other that I didn't show. Woodbridge Baseball, Let It All Hang Out is on the cover. So this goes back to high school. That's the high school I went to in Orange County.
Okay, and so is that a baseball-specific binder, or did you get a baseball bumper sticker that you put on a binder?
Yeah, it's like a team high school
Got it,
sticker
okay.
that I put on. So, I mean, gosh,
I thought they gave you guys actual, labeled baseball binders. I'm like, wow, what rich school did you go to?
We got in here some pictures. Donnie Baseball. Don Mattingly. It's not the Mattingly folder.
You got a Don Mattingly, it's the cards are one thing, but it's the 8x10s that you have or something. Is that Dwight?
That's Dwight.
Okay.
Not Dwight Schrute, but Dwight Gooden. Yeah, who I found
Dwight Schrute greater than signed Dwight Gooden.
Yeah, you're not really a fan of Dwight Gooden. That's disappointing me. Was it the drugs? Was it the drugs, Jay? For you or for him?
I'm trying to think which one of us it was probably for. I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. And then here's the old cousin, the Greg Nettles
DeMarcus? Oh, not that cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's cool. How many Nettles cards do you have in there?
Oh, good, pages and pages.
How many of those did he give you?
Oh, none of them.
Okay, so he didn't hook you up with anything. That is just you straight up collecting.
We got some autos in here, but we got those full page. Oh, and then we got at the back, we got some of these bigger Donruss.
Those are cool.
Mystery cards, and then of course we end with some Nettles and Strawberry.
Nettles and Strawberry sounds like an R&B group.
Winfield and Ricky Henderson in the bigger,
not an R&B group
version. There's Nettles as a Padre.
Nettles as a Padre. That's an alternative rock band.
To Jason, best wishes. Dave Dravecki.
Wow.
Okay.
I was gonna make a joke, but I'm gonna refrain.
Yeah. I think I know where you're going, but
you know exactly where I'm going, and I'm not gonna do it.
We won't go there. All right, we're just getting started. We'll have a bigger card reveal a little bit later. I appreciate it. I've gotten a lot of messages from people on that. They have enjoyed it, and glad to be out of isolation here basically after today, so that's going to be good. All right, we do have leading off. Let's get the show going. It's coming up next.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Quick Quack Car Wash.
I'm Dirk Fedorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center, and another sunny and very warm day with temperatures warming into the mid to upper 90s for daytime highs with a little bit of a delta breeze to help cool things off in the evening. Get the latest forecasts on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
No one would expect this mom to be the one with a clean car, but I like to defy expectations. So I go to Quick Quack and get my car shiny clean in just a few minutes. Feels pretty good.
Head to Quick Quack Car Wash for a shine that lets you defy expectations.
Ever since you, Dirk Bentley. Beers on Me Tour 2022, Friday, July 29th, Toyota Amphitheater. And he's bringing along special guests, Ashley McBride.
Just stick to the one night stand.
And Travis Denning.
You know who, and the name is
Dirk Bentley, live in concert. On sale now at livenation.com, part of the Hard Rock Sacramento Concert Series.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave talking about my friends at American Energy. $49 tune-up offer. I did it 2 weeks ago. You should do it too. It's only $49 for an air conditioning tune-up, and you get a free indoor air quality test. Oh, it's so simple. Call today to schedule your appointment with my local friends at American Energy at 916-520-9990. Catch the 916 there, 520-9990. A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Been around since 81. Go to AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Let's do it.
It's time for Leading Off.
Brought to you by Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, where for over 60 years, their name means a great deal in Elk Grove Auto Mall and online at elkgrovedodge.com. Here's cut number one.
Kimbrell delivers. Fly ball, right field, headed toward the corner. Long run for Betts, and he makes a diving catch to end the game. Mookie Betts with the game-winning 3-run home run in the bottom of the 8th. Saves the game in the 9th with a diving catch, robbing Peterson to end the game. 9-6.
Peterson.
Charlie Steiner. What were you going to say there, Jay?
Peterson.
Mookie saved the best for last. It was a great game. Dodgers win game 1 of that 4-game set, 9-6. They score in the first, they score in the second, 3 in the third. As Jay said, that game was just kind of meandering along. Giants didn't have many hits. It's 5-0. Giants wake up with a solo homer in the 7th, threaten for more in the 7th, and boom, Darren Ruff, a grand slam. Game is tied. Giants go up again in the 8th and take a 6-5 lead. Then the Dodgers erupt. Mookie Betts with a 3-run bomb puts them up 9-6. He saves the game with that play. That was good baseball. It was fun baseball. Really late game drama that gave us some excitement there. And hopefully we've got 3 more fun games like that in this series.
Yeah, and I really did think the game was going to be done when Ruff hit that grand slam. That's one of those moments where, especially when you are up 5-0, you blow that type of lead, and that's one of the ways that you give up the lead. Usually that takes the team out, but it's really hard for me to not get on the radio this morning and be Mr. Dodger fan, but there's a part of me that does have to, let people know, like, this is the team that they have built. The Dodgers, there's a reason why they are, favorites in a lot of regard to win the World Series this year. It is a lineup that is never out of it. I forgot what comeback win this was for them this year, but
27th.
27 comeback wins, Jason.
After blowing it, right? I mean, this the way it went, like if the game went as it was going and it was a 5-0 final, let's say Dodgers win, you go, okay, well, Giants just didn't get support for Rodon, didn't get enough hits, and okay, Dodgers, it's just Dodgers night. Then it flipped the script, Jay, to like when the Giants took the lead in the 8th and they're up 6-5, you're thinking, this is going to be one of their better wins and the worst loss for the Dodgers of the season. And then to get one more flip of the script, and then that's a painful way to lose to the Giants from when you think you're going to lose. Then you might, you're a few outs away from winning, and then you get your heart ripped out. So the topsy-turvy nature of just one baseball game was pretty great last night.
Yeah, and as far as the series goes, especially for the Giants, when you look at this I thought was their best opportunity to come out and get a game. When you look at the rotation, Mitch White going last night, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
But and I brought this up to you yesterday, is right now that Dodgers bullpen is pretty banged up with Trinan out, with Gatterall out.
Yeah.
Hudson is out. They got exposed yesterday. The Giants, and the Giants don't exactly have a ridiculously potent lineup, but they showed yesterday if you can get to the Dodgers bullpen right now, you have a chance to win the game.
Absolutely, and the Giants did a good job of rallying. Unfortunately, they lose. The Dodgers take a wild game one in that series. We'll have a deeper dive later in the show into that. But again, baseball has so many games, and this rivalry is legit. It's good. It brings out the best in the Giants, to be honest, and it brought out some good stuff for the Dodgers, too. So hopefully we get more good weekend baseball between those two. Let's go to cut number 2.
Cut number 2.
Bunch set to the right, shotgun snap. Murray straight drop back, throws deep middle, got a man in the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown by Christian Kirk. There it is. The Cardinals finally get a touchdown pass. Too little, too late. It'll be a 2-touchdown game with 4:40 to go, but at least maybe that's something to build on here going forward.
Quite the highlight, right?
Yes. The great Dave Pash from the Cardinals radio network. The Cardinals were having one of those kind of great seasons a year ago. And let's remember, Jay, that Kyler Murray was up near the top of the MVP race. They kind of fizzled late, had a terrible postseason. But all that being said, they had to secure their guy, and their guy is their quarterback, Kyler Murray, who they surprised many people years ago when they took him number 1. And they're all in, and he got a huge payday, bonuses and incentives and all that kind of stuff. But the Cardinals have identified their quarterback of the present and the future, and it's Kyler Murray.
Yep. No, and you had to lock him up. He is your guy. Listen, Cliff Kingsbury, they literally moved on from a top 10 pick in Josh Rosen to draft him, which, by the way, was the correct move on the Cardinals' part. But yeah, now he is paid. And then I saw the statistic yesterday. He is going to make $46.1 million in that first year, which is about the same as the A's entire payroll, who the A's had drafted him, Kyler Murray, a 2-sport athlete. That was the most insane thing I read yesterday.
Yeah, and you wonder, I know that's an easy comp right now, and it certainly is based on how the A's pay players, but also, I think the difference in the two sports obviously is the guaranteed money, the length of contracts. Like, Murray could, if he turned out to be, he's picked 9th overall by the A's. So, there was high expectations for him. And if by now he was up at the big club, could he be playing to a level where at some point you go, wow, Kyler Murray is going to get that 10, 12, 15 year, $300 million. I don't know. We'd have to see him go, but I think over time he had a chance to make more money in baseball, but right now, obviously, it worked quite well for him in the NFL.
Yeah, you can't find too many complaints when you're looking at it from a money aspect, especially given the guaranteed money he got out of that deal yesterday. So, no, Kyler Murray gets paid. The Cardinals, I think, are still going to be, a very relevant team in that NFC West for a long time coming, man.
Yeah, lots more on that coming up, and too, even the impact on other future quarterbacks in the big pay scale. All right, let's get cut 3.
Cut number 3.
One more play for the Georgia defense. Georgia on the mountaintop. Demons be gone, and the drought is over. National champions at long last.
What a season for Georgia football, and what a day for their head coach, as yesterday was a payday for Kirby Smart. You mentioned it earlier, Jay. He becomes the highest paid coach in college football, gets a 10-year, $112.5 million deal. That's just his contract.
Yeah.
So when he's going around in Georgia at the university in the areas, the outlying areas, and he's got the sponsored car, the deals, probably doesn't pay for many restaurants and all that kind of stuff. It's good to be Kirby Smart today. It's good to be Kirby Smart, but I said it earlier. He's got to avoid going down that trap of Ed Ogeron. LSU comes in there, wins a national title. He's no longer a coach. Gus Malzahn at Auburn did great, but who just keeps chugging along in that conference is the old man, Nick Saban. And Saban reiterated earlier this week at the SEC Media Day is like, no, people keep saying at other schools I'm retiring. They're trying to impact our recruiting. This is what I love. I dread having to figure out what I would do if I retire. He wants to coach. He may coach for a long time still.
Yeah, I think Saban's not going anywhere. But also, you mentioned Orgeron and everything that happened also with Auburn. Georgia is a program that I think is built to sustain their excellence for quite some time. Even if that doesn't mean winning the national title the next 2 years or something, they're going to be right in the thick of things, which is what you pay Kirby Smart for. Also, Jason, it doesn't make you feel too bad about the NIL, does it?
No.
When coaches are getting $112 million.
Yeah. Oh, but they're getting school and books and tuition.
Oh, yeah. And they can even go to the cafeteria and get a free milk.
College football. It's wild. It is basically professional football. Let's be serious.
Yes,
here.
for real.
I've been quarantined all week, so in my idle time, besides my I think lovely baseball card collection, I killed a lot of time on this site. Yeah, we bring it to the show. We'll explain that next.
You wanted more Kings coverage? You've got it. More Niners, more Raiders, more NFL coverage than anywhere else in Sacramento. The best and most expansive coverage of your local sports. Sactown Sports 1140.
Rate and the purchase markets are doing this thing and that thing. Shelby, as I always say, you're the captain of the ship that gets everybody through those waters. What's going on over at United Wholesale Lending?
We are heavily focused on purchase business right now.
This is the time of year, I know. You would think more people go and see houses, but how is that working as opposed to rates scaring people? Are we still seeing that huge influx of people going out there?
Well, there's some more inventory that's coming onto the market, and the market is shifting from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Even with the interest rates going up, now the market is kind of softening up and making it easier for home buyers to get their offer accepted and also to get a better deal.
You can pre-approve them on the phone in under 15 minutes without even running their credit. But what you also do is you give them the exact things they need to knock out personally so that they can get into homes.
That's exactly right. We create a roadmap to get them in the position to buy a house.
RefinanceWithShelby.com. That's RefinanceWithShelby.com. NMLS number 279051. BRA number 01864354.
Hi, guys. It's Andrew with Coastside Clinic. Are you struggling with ED and sick of the pills? Well, we have a major medical breakthrough. The WAVE technology at Coastside Clinic was tested by Cambridge University and the Cleveland Clinic, and the results are in. It's proven to increase blood flow by repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED by treating the root cause, call us now. And not only will the assessment and blood flow ultrasound be free, we'll also include something unique. I don't think I've ever seen it fail. This is a $600 value, free to those that call in the next 2 minutes. 916-603-2000. That's 916-603-2000. Guys, put a stop to your ED and get your love life back. Call Coastside Clinic now to qualify. 916-603-2000. That's 916-603-2000.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Flex. It's a better way to watch. Well, the catching position is one of strength in the A's organization. Sean Murphy is batting .352 this month. Shea Langoliers was just named the MVP of the Futures game on Saturday. The A's first-round pick from 2020, Tyler Soderstrom from Turlock, has 16 home runs in A-ball, and Daniel Susak from Roseville and Jesuit High was the A's first-round pick this year in Sunday's amateur draft. Ken Korak to tell you there's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there are a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest reliable network, the protection of security edge, and a reliable 5G network powering your mobile devices. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Log on to business.comcast.com for technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Did you know about 1/3 of our lives is spent sleeping? Hi, this is Franklin Rosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. If we're going to spend that much time in our bedrooms, then our bedrooms ought to reflect our personalities. I remember many weekend mornings when our kids would jump into our beds trying to coax us to start our days more on their schedules than ours. Naturewood Home Furnishings' huge bedroom sale is here, and there's no better time to find the perfect accent piece for your bedroom, or even better, to start fresh by designing your bedroom to fit your lifestyle. From a new mattress and foundation to dressers to nightstands to lamps and more. Naturewood Home Furnishings will help you create a space from simple to luxurious and anything in between. Just drop by and let Naturewood's team help you envision a bedroom fit for 1/3 of your life. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable bedroom sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water reel.
Hey there, Jason Ross here for Quick Quack Car Wash. Now, keeping your life clean also means keeping your car clean. Now, a car, it's an extension of your life. And look, we spend so much time in our cars, things about between your work, your kids, family obligations. All of our lives are full of chaos. Well, for Quick Quack, it's like a life hack for me. That's how I defy expectations. With all the things I have going on, I still make it a part of my routine because I want to have a clean car. I want to have that second look when people drive by. And it's, for me, Quick Quack Car Wash is also about the experience, the vibe there. It's just a good time. I like to take my son and we go through with the music and the lights, and it's just a very good time out. Plus, when you go to a Quick Quack, you might see Quackles, and keep sending me those pictures on Twitter of Quackles. I love it. We will see you soon at a Quick Quack Car Wash. There are locations everywhere in all of Northern California, and we'll see you soon at a Quick Quack Car Wash near you.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Text or call the show at 916-339-1140 on Sactown Sports 1140.
We do have Friday Fun and Games coming your way later in the show in the 8 o'clock hour, but we're going to give you a little bonus here because, Jay, as you know, I've been on quarantine here all week. Things are looking good. Finally had that negative test. Really had, I would say, when they say symptoms were minor, just they didn't even felt like they exist, but that's
so
good.
Were you fairly asymptomatic? Is that accurate?
100%, which thankfully, very thankful of that because I know it hasn't been that same way for everybody, but thankful to have kind of seen through the other side here, but still trying to be safe and quarantine. And, you know, now I look back to last week, Jay, when I was in Vegas and feeling like the only person there wearing a mask because I knew I had been exposed. Boy, was I interviewing a lot of people face to face, and I was the guy wearing the mask, but I'm thankful that I was now.
So wait, so the mask worked?
Well,
in
theory, right?
Weird science.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you heard interviews last week with Keon Ellis and Sam Amick and Monty McNair. That'd have been a bad look if I
infected everyone. Sam was going on vacation.
Everyone else, Seth Greenberg, and all these people had a chance to talk to. So anyway, glad to be on the other side of that. But in this idle time, we've had some fun this week with the football, basketball, baseball cards. But I was reminded of a site that I forgot who told me about this years ago. But have you heard of Sporkle?
Sporkle?
Sporcle.
I have not.
And so I went to Sporkle again, lots of idle time. And there's a ton of different categories from sports, music, entertainment, just for fun, movies. And there's people submit like trivia or categories or just stuff where it's like you might get 5 minutes to fill in a puzzle of, you know, top quarterbacks in the 80s or whatever, and you're just boom, boom, and you have time, and then there's always someone you'll forget. And I thought, boy, Jay really knows his NBA. And
those type of sites are dangerous for me, Jason.
Well, we're going to make it dangerous here for one segment,
Okay.
one segment only. I've got two different NBA categories I want to see how you and I can do.
Okay.
NBA playoffs since the 1980s, and in this category, can you name the NBA champion, finals MVP, and playoff stat leaders for each season since 80? Or the NBA top 25 by category, and it's naming the top 25. And this is going to be like points, rebounds, assists, and all that all time. So which of those two would you prefer to us to take on Sporkle?
I feel like the playoffs might be a little more in my wheelhouse.
Okay, NBA playoffs since 1980. This gives us, there's 215 answers. We have 10 minutes. Obviously, I don't know that we're going to get through all of this, but I'm going to just hit start on play quiz. I'm going to start to type them in when you say it, and we'll get the answers going.
All right.
We can just start, NBA champions. So I'm going to put Golden State Warriors, and that's going to cover a lot of, boom, all of a sudden we got 4 answers.
Okay, I can do all of them since 80. You ready?
All right, so let's just start rifling them off, and I'll put them in.
Let's go. Los Angeles Lakers.
Okay, and that's going to take up a ton here. Sorry, I got to type it correctly. Sorry for being slow here, Jay. Here we go. That took up, now we're at 15 of 215.
Cool. Boston Celtics.
Yeah, Boston Celtics. Good.
Philadelphia 76ers.
Okay. Yep.
Detroit Pistons.
Pistons. Good.
Chicago Bulls.
Bulls. We got Spurs, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Houston Rockets.
Rockets. Yep.
Cleveland Cavaliers.
Cavs, Heat. Okay, who else are we missing?
You said you got the Heat in there? Mavericks.
Yep. Mavericks. Okay.
Toronto.
In that category, we've got everything from 80 to 2019. That's the Raptors, and then we're missing 21 Bucks.
Yep.
We got them. Everything's done. Finals MVP. We got Finals MVP, points leader, rebounds leader, and assist leader each of those years. Now, some of them will get covered up in the MVP and stuff. So
okay, so let's go. Magic Johnson.
Okay.
Cedric Maxwell.
Good.
Larry Bird.
Right now, 215, we've got 66.
Joe Dumars.
Oh, good poll. I'm going to put Abdul-Jabbar. Okay.
Yep. Michael Jordan.
Jordan. Good one.
James Worthy.
Yep.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Good. Look at Jay. See, this is your wheelhouse. Got 92.
I want to say David Robinson.
Nope.
Tim Duncan.
Yep. Oh, that got us a lot. Parker.
Yep. Did Manu win one?
I don't think so. I know Leonard did, but I'll do Ginobili.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yep. Bryant.
Curry. Chauncey
Billups.
Iguodala.
Oh, good call. Oh, we got to do LeBron James.
James.
Now we're at 143 of 215. We've jumped a bunch here.
Kawhi Leonard.
Yep, he's in.
Giannis.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to spell that right. Oh, good. All right, so here's some hints on the Finals MVP that we're missing. 83.
83 would have been Moses Malone.
Good. Okay, 90.
90, that is Detroit. Isaiah Thomas.
Good poll, Jay. Look at you. 2006.
2006 is Miami. Is that Dwayne Wade?
Okay. Yep. 2008 is that
2008 is San Antonio?
Yeah, so is that Ginobili?
That might be Manu.
Nope. 2008. Well, 7 was Parker. Oh, Celtics. Pierce?
Celtics. Oh wait, is either Pierce or Garnett. Pierce.
11 is that Dirk?
That's Dirk.
Nowitzki. All right, again, we're doing Sporkle here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying our quiz here. 2017 and 2018 are all we're missing for Finals MVP.
2017 is
Durant.
the Warriors. That's Kevin Durant, and
Right,
he should be both.
Champion and Finals MVP. Now we've taken care of a lot of points leaders. We got to go 1982.
1980. This is playoffs point leader. God, I would imagine that'd have been Kareem or Magic.
So Lakers won, and we've already used Magic, Kareem,
Dr. J,
Wilkes, Irving. Right, Julius. Yep, that was Julius Irving. 1999.
99. That would have been Spurs and Knicks.
Sean Elliott? No.
No, maybe David Robinson.
Yeah, but we already guessed him.
Someone on the Knicks, maybe Larry Johnson.
Oh, Sprewell.
Sprewell is a good one.
Oh, it was Sprewell. 2001 nice. Lakers.
Kobe.
Wow. Well, we did.
Or Iverson.
Oh, good call. Iverson. Yep. Now we got 2016. So that's points.
2016 points leader Cavs. Try Kyrie.
Oh, Kyrie.
Or Steph.
Oh, you know what? It might be Thompson.
Tristan Thompson?
Clay.
Oh.
2020 points leader.
2020. That's Bubble.
Anthony Davis.
Okay,
2022. This last year.
Okay, so that's Warriors.
Wiggins? Oh, wait. How was it not Curry? Oh, it might have Tatum. Yep, it was Tatum. Okay, so we've got all the points. So now we're down to the last two categories. We got 5 minutes to go. Rebounds leader and assist leader. We got decent amount to fill in here still.
This one's going to be tough.
Yes.
Okay, so rebounds. We had Moses Malone in there already, right?
Mm-hmm. We're doing well here, Jay. I'm impressed. And we only got a couple minutes left in the segment.
Try Caldwell Jones.
Yeah, I'll just put Jones in. We'll see what. Good. We're at 171 of 215. We need 1985 rebound leaders.
1985. That's Lakers, Celtics. Try Robert Parrish.
Okay, Parrish. Yep. We need 88.
88. That's Pistons, Lakers. Try Lame Beer.
How do you spell that?
Laimbeer.
Oh, there we go. Got that. 89.
89. That is Pistons, Lakers.
Kersey.
James Edwards.
Edwards. No. Oh, Rodman. Yeah. Oh, Rodman just got us a lot.
Nice.
92 Bulls won it. So who's 92?
Portland. Try Kevin Duckworth or Buck Williams.
Oh, Williams. Williams is a good name just to put in. Nope.
Try Duckworth.
How about? Yeah, I tried him. Grant.
Bill Cartwright?
Yeah, Horace Grant.
Horace Grant. That's a good
Okay,
one.
93. Oh, maybe that's Barkley.
93 is either Barkley. Yeah.
94 Rockets, Knicks. Oh, Ewing. Yep. So now we get to 2001 Lakers. Who are they playing?
They're playing the Sixers. Try Mutombo or Geiger.
Yep. 2004 Pistons and Lakers.
Oh, man. Oh, Ben Wallace.
Thank you. That's right. Yep. So now we go to 2008 Celtics. Is that Celtics Lakers?
Garnett.
KG. Yep. 2009.
That's Lakers Magic, Dwight Howard.
Oh, good call. You got 2 years there. 2010. That's Lakers versus
Celtics.
somebody.
Try Rasheed Wallace.
Oh, he would have been under Ben. They would have given both. Okay.
Oh, Pau Gasol or Andrew Bynum.
No, it was Gasol. 11 Mavericks Heat.
Shaq. No, we already done that.
Mavericks. Nahara.
No. Eduardo.
Okay, we're
stuck. Oh, Tyson Chandler.
Chandler, good call. Yes, 2017 Warriors. That would have been
Warriors Cavs. Ooh,
no.
Not Bogut. Bogut, maybe? No. Draymond.
Draymond. I'll do Bogut. Nope.
Kevon Looney.
Oh, maybe Kevin Love. Yeah, it was Kevin Love.
Nice.
And then this last year, rebound leaders. Oh, Wiggins. Nope.
Oh, try Al Horford.
Horford. Yes. Okay, we're to the last category. I know we got to go here. We can finish it in the break, or
let's finish it in the break, me and you.
Okay, we'll finish at the break. I think we've done well. We got 194 of 215. Anyway, it's sporkle.com. Check it out. It's again, if you need some idle time, entertainment, geography, television, movies, pretty good stuff. Jay and I have 2 minutes to go to see if we can finish it. We've got more to get to, including Barkley flirting with the LIV Tour. We've got that story and more coming up.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports 1140. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people that play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports 1140. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility, and Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality, and Safe Credit Union. Let us put you first.
Folsom Chevy, where friends send their friends to buy, is celebrating their 30th year in business serving the Sacramento community. And that means big savings for you. If you're looking for a new gas saver, hybrid, electric vehicle, or something to pull your trailer or boat, they have an excellent selection for you to choose from. Before you go somewhere else and pay more, make sure to check out Folsom Chevy in the Folsom Auto Mall, or check them out at folsomchevy.com. And if you're looking to sell your vehicle, be sure to visit them as well. They're paying top dollar, and you don't even need to purchase a vehicle from them to sell them yours. Folsom Chevy, where friends send their friends to buy. Find new roads.
Safe Credit Union is local, in your community, and member-owned. Because members are shareholders, Safe's profits, they're reinvested in you. You get lower rates and higher dividends, so you can save more, and you'll reach your financial goals faster. Now, Safe's branch staff, they're knowledgeable and ready to serve, and in-branch appointments are always encouraged at safecu.org. When you need advice about the future, well, let Safe put you first. Join Safe and be a part of the credit union movement today at safecu.org. Safe Credit Union is insured by NCUA.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Shooting lower scores isn't always about changing your swing or equipment. Sometimes it's as simple as changing how you hit certain shots on the course. Molly Braid, a Golf Digest Best Young Teacher, sees a classic mistake on uphill chips. Players will grab a sand wedge thinking the high-lofted club will get the ball in the air, but instead, the ball pops too high and comes up short. Use a club with less loft, Braid says. Grab your pitching wedge, 9-iron, or even 8-iron, depending on how far you hit the ball. Set up with your hips and shoulders in line with the hill. The handle is going to come back, and there will be added loft to the club, so it will have more height, like a sand wedge. Your pitching wedge and your 9-iron don't have as much loft as your sand wedge, but when you're hitting from a steep uphill lie, your pitching wedge is going to produce sand wedge-like results. You'll get that high trajectory up and over the hill to land soft on the green. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet Store asking, when is it time for you to get serious? Serious about your foot-related pain? The answer? You need to address it when it first shows up, or it'll likely get worse. Your foot is a complex network of bones and muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Plus, it carries your entire body weight. Makes sense. It could be prone to injury and pain. Did you know that no two feet are alike? That's why Good Feet makes over 300 sizes, styles, and flexibilities of arch supports. And to make sure you get just the right pair, there's a Good Feet arch support specialist at each location. That's serious, and it's free. Visit the Good Feet store now for a free arch support fitting, and then take them for a walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support of Good Feet arch supports in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, and Modesto. Online, goodfeet.com.
Hey there, Jason Ross here for Quick Quack Car Wash. Now, keeping your life clean also means keeping your car clean. Now, a car, it's an extension of your life. And look, we spend so much time in our cars, things about between your work, your kids, family obligations. All of our lives are full of chaos. Well, for Quick Quack, it's like a life hack for me. That's how I defy expectations. With all the things I have going on, I still make it a part of my routine, because I want to have a clean car. I want to have that second look when people drive by. And it's, for me, Quick Quack Car Wash is also about the experience, the vibe there. It's just a good time. I like to take my son, and we go through with the music and the lights, and it's just a very good time out. Plus, when you go to a Quick Quack, you might see Quackles, and keep sending me those pictures on Twitter of Quackles. I love it. We will see you soon at a Quick Quack Car Wash. There are locations everywhere in all of Northern California, and we'll see you soon at a Quick Quack Car Wash near you.
Got a take? Make sure it's a hot one.
Take a shot right now.
Call or text at 916-339-1140. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Still to come, we got Friday Fun and Games in the next hour. We didn't quite finish our Sporkle puzzle, but we did great. We are above 95%.
That's an A.
Yes, a few left that we had out there, and our time ran us out. Jay, we got to assist that kind of threw us a little bit for a loop. There was a few that we left out there that we didn't quite finish. We didn't get Westbrook in 2016. They weren't even in the finals. Chris Paul in 14. They weren't in the finals. There was a couple of Rondos in there. Rondo had it 4 different years.
More like Rando. Am I right?
Right. Anthony Hardaway in 95.
Really? Oh, yeah, they were in the NBA finals.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, Rockets Magic. Yeah. Anyway, that's fine. If you want to check it out, Sporkle. Sporkle.com. Lots of different things.
And if you want to go back and watch this in the archives, if you want to hear two nerds give you
Jay. You were killing it.
Yeah, again, dude, I was telling you during the break, I have way too much random NBA knowledge. And, like, it's
I knew it would be your wheelhouse.
It's so useless.
Yeah, but, party tricks, right?
I guess.
But when was the last time you had a chance to do that?
And what party would you use that at?
Right, exactly. Exactly. Hey, I know we got the new board back there. What's going on there? Do you have a new favorite part? Is it all working? Working just fine?
Okay. So I walk in this morning, Jason, our engineer's in here, and he's showing me around different things, and he shows me a button. So in radio, we have this thing called a dump button. What it is when Jason curses, I hit the button and it goes silent so that no one hears him curse over the air. The dump button is the poop emoji. And I don't know why. It just tickled me and made me so happy.
Yes.
So
that's clever. Good work by the engineering team. We don't have to use that often, but it's an important button for everybody that has to sit there. Needs to know where it is.
Jason, I'll just say this. It depends on what show you're board operating.
Oh, that's true. Like this one, you have to be on full alert.
Oh, yeah. No, like I said, when you're out there throwing F-bombs left and right, I'm pressing that button nonstop. So
nonstop. Well, that's cool. I can't wait to see that in person.
Yeah, it's again
emoji button.
It's perfect.
Yes. Charles Barkley is one of the most he's not polarizing. I think more, Barkley's done a good job.
Polarizing.
You think so? Because he's done a good job of, I think he was definitely as an athlete, either loved or hated. Now I feel like, I don't know, to me it feels more of an act and more playful. And maybe that's me speaking for myself. I just enjoy Charles. So like if he's ripping Sacramento or this, he's always all over San Antonio, and I don't know. I just take it for what it is. I mean, he's just having fun. But I think
he's having fun.
Like him.
I think he's having fun, Jason. But I think there's a lot of truth in that. He believes what he's saying. Put it that way.
Oh, I think so. I think he's authentic. I think that's very true, and he is going to speak his mind. And where he becomes interesting, I mean, it's still TNT, and I think their pre and post basketball show is just the greatest.
It's
I
the
mean,
best.
Kenny and Ernie and Shaq and Charles. It's awesome. And I think they have scripts, but they don't. It's the organic places they end up getting, and their crew is it's just really good television. And they've been acknowledged for that. He's a big part of it. And we've been talking about the LIV Tour for a while, Jay, and I know Dave's big point is, hey, if they start to get some top tier broadcasters, that could really have some impact too. They've already got a lot of the top tier golfers that have joined the tour. Charles Barkley is going to come up and play in a Pro-Am event, but there's also speculation that, Greg Norman and those involved in the LIV Tour, maybe even talking to Charles about becoming a commentator for the tour. David Faraday is joining the tour as far as a commentator.
Yeah, he left NBC. That's a big deal.
It is a big deal. Now, again, here we are in kind of this profession, and I love to call games, and I'm going to be the one to say it. I just don't know how often people watch these events for the broadcasters. They can compliment. They're all part of the event. But I don't know that Charles Barkley, if he so in fact went there, I think there'd be curiosity at the beginning, but after that, it's either you like the tour or you don't. I don't know that you're watching strictly for him.
No, you're not watching for him, but having an athlete like Charles, the one thing it does do is, again, we've talked about the LIV Golf Tour now for a while, but it keeps LIV, when you bring over someone like Charles, it keeps it in the media, in the forefront, so to speak, right? Like, look, we're doing it this morning.
Yeah.
Charles is not going to impact the game one way or the other, but he keeps us talking about LIV Golf. And we've never seen Charles in any sort of analyst role like that. I'm going to be honest, having Charles in that role, I'm more likely to tune in, Jason, to see what is going on there. And that's the thing, right? They want to get people to come over and watch. After that, it's up to them for the golf and the tour itself to hook people to keep watching.
Yeah.
But I think if you're trying to bait people over to LIV to check it out, Charles is a great name to do that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I enjoyed Charles and the golf coverage of the match. I watched a little bit of that when it was Brady and Rodgers versus Allen and Mahomes, and Charles is in there, and it's loose. JJ Watt's in there, but they're clearly having fun. I think it doesn't mean you can't have fun on the LIV Tour broadcast, but there's also more of a serious nature to it as well at times. And I think Charles can provide that when need be. He plays golf, doesn't mean he can't commentate on it. And you're kind of looking for just the personality that is, as far as that you'd probably have another former golfer that's giving more of the true breakdown of what's happening with shots and whatnot.
No, but again, I think you kind of reference Charles is entertainment. And at the end of the day, all live sports is entertainment. Charles is going to be a very entertaining commentator on that tour. And he's come out and said, look, I'm not leaving TNT, and Charles also has other advertisers he works with as well. He's a pitch man for different things, Subway and whatnot.
Right.
And he's even mentioned, hey, these people have already called me. He's had a conversation with Greg Norman.
Sure.
And you have to imagine he makes a good amount of money doing the TNT gig. He makes a good amount of money in all the other endorsements. I would imagine, Jason, LIV is going to have to offer him some sort of like ridiculous money, which they have, by the way, and we've seen them offer that to people to head over and do that tour. And he started speaking about people get outraged over certain things, and LIV has obviously raised some questions about the funding of it whatsoever. One thing I agree with Charles is people get so nitpicky about what they all of a sudden want to be angry about,
right?
And that was his thing. He's like, dude, I had a conversation, like, what is the big deal?
Well, and I think that's, if you think about the vitriol that was coming out of a lot of media and a lot of people, like, wait a minute, this LIV Tour, it's a Saudi-backed tour. Like, hey, wait a minute. Do you realize you're selling out? You're just taking this money, and that's to each their own. To everybody's choice. Sure, you can have an opinion of them, but I feel like less of that has been thrown out as much lately. Some of the current golfers have made their stance. Rory McIlroy and a few others, Justin Thomas. But again, I think there's options, there's choices. Maybe this helps sharpen the PGA Tour if it needs. I mean, it didn't have any competition. Now there's some competition, And in general, Jay, I think competition is good for all entities.
Iron sharpens iron, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if LIV is going to be legit, and this is the one thing we've always criticized like spring football for, is like you have no stars, which means if you have no stars playing, you're not a legit threat to the NFL, or even you're not even itching the NFL. You know what I mean? You're not even a pest at that point. Whereas LIV is clearly paying big money to bring over big name guys. That makes you a threat, and they're going to keep doing it. And, you said, the whole money thing and where the funding come from is kind of calmed down. I think another reason why that too is it started coming out that, a lot of PGA backed sponsors have Saudi money invested in them. It's like, okay, like the pot can't always call the kettle black, right?
Right. Well, we'll see where this goes. I mean, I think Charles Barkley is a figure that to keep your eye on as far as the LIV Tour, see who they target. They're going to keep swinging. I mean, they went for Tiger. They went for a lot of people. They are a serious contender, and it's definitely on the PGA's radar. All right, first hour is complete. Let's get some NFL when we come back. The Browns, they keep adding quarterbacks, and then none of them are Jimmy G. Plus, San Francisco is all aboard the Trey Lance train. We've got that, some NFL when we come back.
Sactown Sports 1140 is broadcasting live on YouTube.
To me, it's a must-watch.
Check out the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and the Cattles and Rami Show. Plus, get exclusive content. Search Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube.
To commit to men in divorce. Though intended as a compliment, such statements have always bothered me. For one thing, it's far from clear that a decision that's likely to disaffect half the market is a good business decision. But more troubling is the presumption that Cordell & Cordell's success is largely a result of good marketing. I think if you ask one of our 300-plus attorneys or one of our 100,000-plus former clients, that you'd hear a lot about practice skills, experience, client care, and integrity. These are the much harder things that best account for the growth and reputation over time of any law firm, including Cordell & Cordell. Having said all this, I am proud of our marketing messages, and I do want guys to know that we're here to help them. If we can help you, give us a call.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Sacramento area attorneys. 500 Capitol Mall, Suite 2060, Sacramento, California, 95814.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave talking about my friends at American Energy. $49 tune-up offer. I did it 2 weeks ago. You should do it too. It's only $49 for an air conditioning tune-up, and you get a free indoor air quality test. Oh, it's so simple. Call today to schedule your appointment with my local friends at American Energy at 916-520-9990. Catch the 916 there, 520-9990. A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Been around since 81. Go to AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Near the banks of the Sacramento River, Perry Dye of the famous Dye family of golf architects designed Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course as Sacramento's #1 course for fun. Dye's design and mixture of holes assures players of a fun-filled day with friends. Bartley Kavanaugh's moderately sized greens and generous fairway landing areas make for an affordable and fun round of golf. After golf, relax on the outdoor veranda with a cold beverage or a tasty meal. For tee times, visit BartleyKavanaugh.com. It's Sacramento's #1 course for fun.
I'm Craig Ashton of the injury law firm of Ashton & Price. Whether you've been injured on a bicycle, as a pedestrian in a slip and fall, auto, Uber, Lyft, or big rig accident, you need Ashton & Price in your corner. When you call Ashton & Price, there's no chatbot telling you to hit 3 for accounting. You're greeted by a real-life person who will immediately transfer you to an experienced attorney. The consultation's free, and there's never a fee until you win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Flex. It's a better way to watch. Well, the catching position is one of strength in the A's organization. Sean Murphy is batting .352 this month. Shea Langoliers was just named the MVP of the Futures game on Saturday. The A's first-round pick from 2020, Tyler Soderstrom from Turlock, has 16 home runs in A-ball. And Daniel Susak from Roseville and Jesuit High was the A's first-round pick this year in Sunday's amateur draft. Ken Korak to tell you there's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there are a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest reliable network, the protection of security edge, and a reliable 5G network powering your mobile devices. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Log on to business.comcast.com for technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Did you know about 1/3 of our lives is spent sleeping? Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. If we're going to spend that much time in our bedrooms, then our bedrooms ought to reflect our personalities. I remember many weekend mornings when our kids would jump into our beds trying to coax us to start our days more on their schedules than ours. Naturewood Home Furnishings' huge bedroom sale is here, and there's no better time to find the perfect accent piece for your bedroom, or even better, to start fresh by designing your bedroom to fit your lifestyle. From a new mattress and foundation to dressers to nightstands to lamps and more. Naturewood Home Furnishings will help you create a space from simple to luxurious and anything in between. Just drop by and let Naturewood's team help you envision a bedroom fit for 1/3 of your life. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable bedroom sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant cash offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the it's, KBB.com.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas. If you're a small business owner, listen up. Pi Insurance wants to give you one of those aha moments, the kind that could save you money. Workers' comp is probably one of the biggest costs you face. But did you know that insurance providers have flexibility in setting their prices? That's right. But many don't bother giving small businesses the savings you deserve. Instead, you can get lumped in with other businesses and overcharged. Pi Insurance was created to change that. With Pi, you get a quote tailored specifically to your business, and you could save up to 30% with no hassle and no hidden fees. And with helpful representatives just a call away, it's easy to understand why Pi is rated excellent by customers on Trustpilot. Take 3 minutes to see how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or go to trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
The flagship.
Ball game. Sacramento wins.
KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios. Sactown Sports 1140. The flagship station of your Sacramento Kings. It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone. When he's not on the microphone, he's playing a song. And when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
All right, back here, second hour of this Friday edition, July 22nd, 2022, of the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. No Dave, he's back next week. I'm Jason Ross, along with JayMarZZ, who, word has it, you might be able to spot him at the State Fair this weekend.
Yeah, Sunday I'm going to take the small child out there to run around in the heat.
Oh, just getting them all sorts of, go through that little midway section, get all sorts of fried and sugary foods.
Dude, I've been so good about avoiding stuff like that, my diet and stuff, but come Sunday, dude, corn dog. To have the corn dog.
Okay, I know you were very specific on what you put on hot dogs. What's the allowed condiment to go with a corn dog? Ketchup?
Dude, very much like the hot dog. I am a ketchup mustard guy.
Okay. Corn dogs are good. I don't know what it is about corn dogs, but
it's the corny exterior.
It is. They're just good. They're enjoyable. I don't know the last time I had one, but they're enjoyable. I haven't been to the fair in a long time. I know it was it 2 years it's been off with COVID?
No, it was, I want to say it was back last year.
Okay.
I think it was maybe limited, but I could have sworn it was back last year. Hey, Paul, if you're still in the YouTube chat, I'm sure you'll know.
Oh, you think Paul's a regular at the fair?
I don't know if Paul's necessarily a regular at the fair. I just know Paul knows everything.
He just knows stuff.
Paul is like how I was with that Sporkle NBA knowledge of the last
on life
40 years. Yeah, Paul just has the answers to anything that has to do with something in Sacramento.
Well, the state fair, I think it'll be fun for you and Isaiah.
For sure. But back to Paul real quick. Like, Paul knows what band played on July 29th, 1994 at the Boardwalk in Orangeville. Like, he's that guy.
I got you. Speaking of bands, though, I hadn't been to the fair, excuse me, in a long time. And I don't know the last time I went, but I used to go. Part of that was fun, like when they'd have concerts and events out there. It's like, oh, I'm going to go to the fair because Friday night this band is playing. That used to be a pretty good time.
Oh, yeah. And they still have they actually had some decent acts out there this year.
Oh, cool.
I want to say maybe not opening night, but in that first week, Shaka Khan was out there.
Oh, nice.
I almost wanted to
With
go.
Rufus?
I just think Shaka Khan.
Okay. I think I saw, wasn't Casey and the Sunshine Band out there?
I want to say they were out there.
Which
Again,
I've seen them out there before. The one thing, I haven't been in years, I think they still do it Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights, the fireworks. I can hear them from my house, which is cool.
Do they still do that?
Yeah, I know I heard them here recently.
Okay.
Or it's just gunfire. I don't know.
Yeah, or just, if you live in like my neighborhood, there's just random fireworks that go off at like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why. I mean, dude, it'll be the middle of November and there's fireworks.
Right. I
going
mean, when you
off.
get to July 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, okay. I mean, it's too far of a lead up and a little bit after. But yeah, if you're in November and random fireworks, that's a scary scene. Paul said, by the way, hasn't been to the state fair in over a decade. It's too hot.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with him on that part.
Yeah.
I still expect you to have all the fair knowledge, though, Paul. So step your game up.
It's and then Kev says it's back after a 2-year break. Yeah, I thought it was 2 years. So
I could have sworn it was back last year, but again, my memory. Again, if it's random NBA knowledge from 1982, I got you. If was the state fair, if it's anything else that happened like since February of 2020, it's all kind of mushy to me.
Troy said Neon Trees put on a good show last Saturday.
That's right, Neon Trees was
saw
there.
them a long day off, or a long day of betting on the ponies after betting on the ponies.
Well, I hope you made some cash, Troy.
Yeah. Well, there you go. How's Isaiah do with rides?
Isaiah,
go on everything.
Everything. He has no fear of any rides. He's so much so like he doesn't even like me or his mom to go on.
Oh, well, that's a bonus.
He
if you
likes
can get away with that.
He likes to go on every ride by himself. I think it's more like that's him showing he's a big boy. But yeah, he'll ride all that stuff by himself. He's
And
6.
you're good with that?
I don't care.
Okay. But I didn't know if it's like, oh man, he wants to go on this. I better go on with this with him.
No, I mean, there's certain rides I will go on with him just because I'm like, yeah, no, bro. But he doesn't want me on it.
Okay. Well, enjoy the fair. All the rest of you, I think it's week 2. I know it goes through next week as well, or this is the second weekend. So enjoy that, Jay. I think you guys will have a good time out there for sure. Yesterday, the Cleveland Browns, there was a report that they were working out some more quarterbacks, some guys like definitely fringe guys that have good college quarterbacks that really have never quite connected in the NFL, and that's A.J. McCarron. And then we talked about him yesterday, Josh Rosen.
Has he now worked out for every team in the NFL at this point in his career?
So, especially all the teams that passed on drafting him. Cleveland that year took Baker Mayfield. Josh Rosen went later. Josh Rosen has been on just about every team. I think I saw the stat yesterday where his year last year, he had like a 0 quarterback rating, limited attempts, played a little bit with the Falcons, had been with the Niners. He'd been all over the place. And yet the Browns work him out, and the Browns brought him in for a deal. He signed a deal. So, if you're looking for insurance for Watson, you've got Brissett, you're added Rosen. I don't know that Jimmy G is in the mix here at all for Cleveland.
Okay, first of all, do we count Josh Rosen as insurance at this point? I mean, Josh Rosen, 6 years in now, is essentially a career third-string quarterback.
At best, right?
Right.
He's can't meet seemingly. Like he's a guy you bring in as a body and then he gets cut.
Yeah. And so again, I understand you want to add depth. Sure. You're looking to give a guy who is once a top 10 pick a shot. But if you're Cleveland and you're set with Jacoby Brissett and Josh Rosen, all that screams to me, Jason, more so is that Deshaun Watson's suspension is not going to be that bad. Right? Like there's no way
They
you're
have some intel.
Dude, if that team knew that Deshaun Watson was getting 16 games and they wanted to compete next year, they would have already traded for Jimmy Garoppolo, in my opinion. He's the
Right.
best quarterback on the market.
Yeah, and he's still available. It's going to be a challenge for Jimmy's camp to try to get a trade done. Now, he may get released and get picked up. That could still a very big possibility. But as we mentioned yesterday, this also means the Niners, it's information we knew and were certain of, but it's becoming more and more clear that they're all in on Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Let's hear a clip from yesterday. I think this is from ESPN, from Diana Rossini, her connections to the 49ers, talking about the Niners and their connection and their thought on Trey Lance, because obviously Jimmy G had his impact on this team when he came over. He has to get his flowers in this sense, because Jimmy G took over this team when they were really at a low point. I mean, you'd gotten past the Kaepernick run of getting to the Super Bowl and Harbaugh, and then you were kind of in that little hybrid stage of, man, they couldn't find a QB. They made the bold trade to bring him in. Immediately, they were successful with him. They won a lot of games, got to a Super Bowl, threatened to get to another one, helped lead that locker room, all while last year making a prominent trade to move up in the draft and to draft his successor. He did a really good job with that. But here's what Diana Rossini was saying yesterday about the Niners and being all in on Trey Lance.
When I asked, what's going on with your quarterback position, this source wrote back, what else do I need to say to you to make it clear that Trey Lance is our quarterback? So I was sensing a little bit of frustration with me with all my questioning. But I think the point, though, is that they are moving on. They want to trade Jimmy Garoppolo, and putting out the news that they're allowing him to seek a trade. His agent has been doing work behind the scene for weeks. But the problem is there's a big salary that comes with Jimmy G, and the Niners know that, which is another reason why they want to move on from him, right? Because they need to pay Nick Bosa. They need to pay Deebo Samuel. And probably the biggest part of this, the element that probably matters the most, is Trey Lance needs to develop. He does not need a quarterback like Jimmy G, a guy who is beloved in San Francisco and loved by his teammates and has one, sitting on his shoulder here. So until they can get rid of Jimmy G, it's almost like a little bit of drama here headed into camp, because what are they going to do? But from conversations I had around the league, it seems like once a team becomes desperate enough, right? An injury, a quarterback isn't performing, that's when Jimmy will probably get moved.
Yeah, I think that's what Kev brought up on the YouTube chat. Niners are just waiting for the eventual training camp injury to trade Jimmy G. Could be. I mean, that doesn't always happen. It's a great time to strike if that does happen. But I think there's some elements here, Jay, that are obvious. I mean, the Niners, they are in on Trey Lance, and at some point it's got to be his team, and it sounds like that's going to be now. And then all the judgment happens. The good games, the bad games, the times where we go, man, I don't know if he's the franchise quarterback, to other times going, yep, I see it. This guy is going to have a great future. So be ready for a lot of that coming up in the 2022 season for the 49ers.
Yeah, and I felt like, though, we were getting prepped for this, Jason, around this time last year, that, look, Trey Lance wasn't quite ready. But, hey, come year two, Trey Lance is going to be the guy. This is kind of a, and we talked about it all year last year. It's just a very weird season with Jimmy Garoppolo at the helm, all the different speculation surrounding that. So this isn't really news, I guess, at this point. As we talked about the Browns, what's the landing spot for him if there isn't an injury? What do you do then? Like, you said, Kev brought up the training camp thing. What happens if you don't get a starting quarterback that gets that injury? What do you do?
Yeah, I think you're looking at potential backup positions for him, which is odd. It's a little bit what happened to Baker Mayfield, right? I mean, Carolina finally did strike and make the trade, but the deal was so good for them. I mean, they're really not on the hook for that much of the money, and they went ahead and took that risk. I still think Seattle's in play because I just can't believe that they think – I know that they've already come out and said, look, they're really looking at next year's quarterback class. And, okay, Geno Smith and Drew Lock, sure, can function as quarterbacks. But I think when you go into the year with those guys, you're not really admitting that
you're in tank mode.
Yeah. And, I think the Niners, on their side, if they move on and can get anything from Jimmy G, they'll take it, because when you've got a young quarterback like Trey Lance, and if he can be what the Niners think he can be, especially early, Jay, man, you've got such a great window to take advantage of. Like, he's not getting paid yet. He's not in the Kyler Murray class. Kyler Murray was on that rookie deal. You get as much out of him as you can. You get to the playoffs. You build the rest of your roster, and then, boom, you have to pay your quarterback, and then you'll start to lose all those other players. But you got to take advantage of that window.
Yeah, and so we'll lead into break with this. I'm going to ask you a question. Week 1. Is Jimmy Garoppolo on the 49ers? And then if he's not, is it because he got traded, or they just had to simply release him at this point?
Yeah, I still feel like the release is probably the likely route that this is going to go. I really do.
I'm with you. I don't think they're going to find a trade partner.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get 3 questions, 3 answers. It's coming up shortly here in 90 seconds in 3 for Madness.
Live and local. Live and local. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Quick Quack Car Wash.
I'm Dirk Fedorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center, and another sunny and very warm day with temperatures warming into the mid to upper 90s for daytime highs with a little bit of a delta breeze to help cool things off in the evening. Get the latest forecasts on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
I thought you went camping this weekend. Just got back. But your car is spotless. I just rolled through Quick Quack on my way home, and I'm ready to start the week gleaming. I'll be going there tomorrow.
Head to Quick Quack Car Wash for a shine that lets you defy expectations.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave from my good friend Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. Shelby, Peter, the whole team over there at refinanceWithShelby.com, making it happen. Listen, local lender or reputation to uphold. With other banks, you're just a number. Why would you possibly want to purchase or refinance from someplace in Southern California or Florida or Texas or Ohio? Why don't you try purchasing or refinancing with local folks that live amongst us, that worry about word of mouth, that know the title companies, that know the appraisers, and if you're trying to purchase, that know the realtors? So when realtors are looking at multiple offers, they say, you know what? I've worked with Shelby before a bunch of times, and I know if you got a pre-approval from him, your deal is going through. They can close a purchase loan in 17 days. That's speed on your side with a local lender. You can compete with cash offers. RefinanceWithShelby.com. NMLS number 279051. BRE number 018644354.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Question 1.
All right, it is 3 for Madness time each and every day. At this time, we have 3 questions, 3 answers that we tried to discuss, debate, and put all that out there. So let's get it going with JayMarZZ. Jay, what do you have for us this morning?
So not just a new board, we got a new mouse that's not working properly. So I'm trying my best to get our show sheet up. There it is. Okay. All right.
New mouse. Let's respond.
I think it needs a mouse pad, but hey, I think we can probably find one of those around here somewhere. Nimi Keita was signing autographs at the state fair the other day. Also,
you should have brought him for Isaiah.
I should have. Also, Jason, Nimi Keita, taller than literally everybody there.
Yes, facts.
With that said, what is the best autograph you own in your collection?
This is a good question because I showed you a few autographs here over the few days. I don't have a ton. I've never been that big of an autograph guy. There was a time when I was a kid where, like I said before, we used to send self-addressed stamped envelopes to see, who we could get back, and that was always kind of a fun process. Did that for a little phase, but after that, I think a lot of people now are definitely into taking a picture with a celebrity or an athlete or some prominent figure. I'm also not even in that mode per se. I just like to meet them if I get an opportunity. But to answer the question, I have a Mark McGwire rookie that's signed.
That he personally signed?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
That's pretty good. I remember this will go back to my Mattingly binder I was showing earlier in the week. I was such a fan of his. I would do anything. I still think about this trade of a friend of mine. I traded, I don't know what year that is. There's the Mark McGwire Olympic card where he's like there's 2 people on the card, and it's Mark McGwire. It's one of him where he's on the Team USA. But I had that one signed, and I didn't want to trade it, but I did to get more Mattingly's back then. And I still regret that, Jay.
You have a Mattingly obsession.
I did, for sure, back then. So I would say it's my McGwire rookie autograph. How about you?
Ooh, okay. So this is very Carmichael Dave of me, but hear me out here. Are we talking about what is like the most sentimental or just like the best one?
Yeah, what it means to you. Like Zebra, faithful listener, says, hate to say it, it's Bill Cosby. Get Bill Cosby autograph. Okay.
That's an interesting one to have for many different reasons.
Yes.
One of my favorites that I own from a sentimental standpoint is my Tyus Edney autograph.
Oh, awesome.
But like best autographs, I have a Ken Griffey Jr. autographed 8x10. And then I have the Sports Illustrated of Mike Tyson knocking out Michael Spinks. I got Mike Tyson to sign that personally.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
So that one's probably my best like overall autograph. Like that one is awesome.
Is that framed or where do you have that?
I don't have it framed. It is stowed away nicely, but I do need to get that framed. And actually, probably get that up in the office because the only one I got up in my office, I have it's from the 70s. It's a Sports Illustrated and it's framed of Tiny Archibald. And it's autographed, and he's like, dashing by Rick Adelman when Rick Adelman played for Portland.
When he's like kind of falling down.
I have
that's a
that
good one.
But yeah,
Oh,
I need
that's
to I
cool.
need to frame my Tyson Sports Illustrated and get that one up.
You know what would be great? Could you get? Is there a space to put Adelman's signature if you ever got it with
Yeah.
the Archibald? That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be. I wonder if Rick would sign it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think there was a holy grail. I know one of Doug's pride possessions was he had, the Sports Illustrated cover with obviously all his teammates signed. I
Mhm.
mean, that's pretty cool. To
That's
have all those
awesome.
guys signing that. So
Yeah, if you have that, and I know there's other fans that have been able to through the years to get that signed. If you have that Sports Illustrated signed by all 5 of those guys, yeah, that's an awesome little trinket.
especially for Kings fans.
Heck
that's for
yeah.
sure. Very cool. All right, question 2.
Question 2.
If you were a major league pitcher, what would be more frustrating? To waste an outing when you get run support, or to pitch well and not get any support from your offense?
So in this scenario, you're basically losing either game. So it's
Yep.
not like, well, I'd just rather win. Well, you're losing both. So you get that run support, but you just pitch so poorly that you're probably. I think that one would be the most frustrating.
Really?
Yeah, because like your guys are. I would feel like you've let them down.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, if I'm dealing and I know that would be, I guess the question is frustrating, but in a team sport, when you feel like it's on you, that's always a hard one when the game is over.
That's true.
Yeah. So I think if you are a pitcher and, it's like, man, my offense gave me 8 runs and I couldn't get out of the 3rd inning, like shame on me, as opposed to like, I went into the 8th inning and I was dealing. We didn't get any run support, but I did my part and not like, hey, it's on you guys. But I feel like the first one, you let your teammates down more.
I think the first one, if that happens like once or twice, is definitely correct. But I think the second one where, dude, you're just out there dealing every single freaking game, man.
Yeah.
You're looking up at your stats. Your ERA is, 2.23, and your win-loss record is 3-12. By the end of the season, I'm so frustrated.
Yeah, and I bet it balances out. Pitchers would probably tell you, Jay, that it does. But the games that maybe you get pulled, let's say a pitcher nowadays, if you go 7, that's amazing. But
Right.
you go 7 innings, or last night, the Dodgers, when you're up 5-0, you leave that game, you're like, well, at least I'm going to get the win. I did my part and I'm going to get a win. And then all of a sudden, wait, I don't get the win. We might lose this game. Those kind of nights would be super frustrating.
Yeah, no, it's just being a pitcher is so hard when you have to deal with all of those different variables because you control so much of the game, Jason, except for those little things that we brought up. And that has to just be extremely frustrating.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, let's get to our 3rd and final question.
Question 3.
Will Derek Carr and Devontae Adams be a top 5 passing combo in the NFL this season?
Well, I think it better be, right? Raiders are.
I sure hope so.
Have reported to camp. Carr, I think, is up there in quarterbacks. I think there's several that are better. Adams has been, if not the best, number 2, number 3, wherever you put him receiver-wise. But he also did have Aaron Rodgers. But that doesn't mean he and Carr can't have a magical connection. I feel like the Raiders are one of those teams that what I've read and seen and heard this year, there's some that are going as far as Raiders could get to the Super Bowl to I feel like they're not paying enough attention to them. It's a really weird team that's getting all over the board this year. They made the playoffs last year. They had all those issues that happened in season with Gruden, with Ruggs, and just all these different things that happen. And Chargers get all this love, the Chiefs, understandably, Russell Wilson going to the Broncos, yet the Raiders made it and they got better. I think the Raiders have a chance to be a pretty good team this year.
I do too. And the only thing I would say no is because I think a lot of defenses are going to key in on Devontae Adams.
Mm-hmm.
But the good news, if you're a Raiders fan for that, is you still have Darren Waller out there. And that's just it. When you look at that Raiders offense and kind of to the point you're bringing up, like this is going to be really good. Who do you cover? Because you have Hunter Renfrow still in the slot, who was fantastic, I thought, last year.
Yep.
This Raiders offense, and if you can get Josh Jacobs back running the ball well, we're talking about an offense, Jason, that can be easily top 10 in the NFL this year, right?
Yeah, and you think of, I know what your point is on Adams, like getting locked in primary coverage and doing what you can to take him away, but I feel like that had to be the attempt. I mean, Rodgers and Adams was really what the Packers had offensively.
Right.
And if they had such a good chemistry, they were in such sync, and if Carr and Adams can rekindle that from Fresno State and just get that going again on their friendship and experience, Man, I think that could be that's why the Raiders did it, right? You get
Yes.
that kind of bold move to make a difference maker, and
Yeah.
he needs to be that guy.
No, it's a win now move for sure. I mean, and that's, stating the obvious there. But yeah, I just look at that offense. I'm like, man, this team has a potential to be explosive. But going back to the original question, will they be a top 5?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and say yes. I do. And it's just so much that I also think, like I started with the beginning of the conversation, I think there's a lot of different variables there that could make them not a top 5 receiving duo, but they do already have a built-in chemistry. Josh McDaniels, you're bringing in a new head coach that is a former offensive coordinator that's been a very successful offensive coordinator. And I think Josh McDaniels is going to know exactly what to do with that combo.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see how that plays out, what it looks like. And again, Raiders have reported to camp. Most of the other teams are going to be reporting to camp soon. We've got the Hall of Fame game coming up. The NFL is around the corner. It's a good time.
Are you starting to get excited?
I am. And then this is where I always do it. I get this excited, Jay. And then the first preseason game comes on. I'm like, all right, here it is. And they go, oh yeah, I forget they play like one series, and now I'm not interested anymore.
So I know you don't have necessarily a team that you're a fan of, so to speak, but I know you obviously pay, close attention to the local teams, and I still use the Raiders there because there is a fan base. Are you more excited for the potential 49ers season or the Raiders season?
I think it might be equal. I mean,
Really?
one, I like both teams. I probably have had more of a fondness over the years of the Raiders.
Yeah.
I'm not anti-Niner by any mean. And when you start to, if it's anything like the last couple of years where you talk to guests from that team and get to know Eric Armstead and different guys like that, I mean, you just get attached to them, and we see them all the time. But I'm really intrigued by Trey Lance. I mean, I think that storyline is one, and I just think the Niners will be good. And then same for the Raiders. It just what they did last year, what they've got going in. That's going to be fun. And they play each other this year. I think that's going to be fun too in the regular season.
What do you think do you think because of the whole Trey Lance thing that the 49ers are the more intriguing of the two teams to watch?
Just that part. Yes, him, because it's such a high profile position, and it's the move they made at a bold time. And, he's going to be evaluated from day one. That even if people were frustrated with Jimmy G, he won, and Trey Lance has to come in, not only win, but probably look good in doing so.
No, he does. He has to have I really think for 49ers fans to completely buy in this year, I'm not saying he has to have the Patrick Mahomes rookie year that we saw, but he needs to be not super far from it to really get the fan base excited. Am I off there? Am I reaching a little too much?
No, I mean, I think when you move that high and you make all those moves and you're comfortable enough moving on from Jimmy G, who has been successful, Trey Lance has to get it and has to be good right away. Kev says Carr with Adams, Waller, and Renfro is scary. Carr will have another 2016 MVP run. He could.
I don't think that's out of the question. Again, they have loaded up that offense with really good guys. The Raiders offensively are going to be really fun to watch this year.
Yes, and they have a division filled with good quarterbacks, and Carr has to play to that level as well. All right. Speaking of QBs, Kyler Murray chose football over baseball, and the A's, well, yesterday was a huge, and I mean huge financial boom for Murray. Where does he rank amongst the NFL quarterbacks as far as style of play on the field? We'll get into that and more next.
Hey, you want easier access to the content you care about? You now have it. SactownSports.com. A new way of covering the sports you love. A new digital world. The best and most expansive coverage of your local sports. Online at SactownSports.com.
Hey, kids, it's Carmichael Dave talking to you about Capital Casino. Summertime heat is here, and Cap Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, wants to invite all of you to soak up some air conditioning, hang out, have some food, have a beverage. Always the most variety of table games in the region. Always the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com, and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
When there's trouble in the bedroom, it can hurt more than just your confidence. It can hurt your marriage or dating life. Not knowing if you'll be able to perform at any moment doesn't help either. Pacific Men's Clinic can help. Go to the clinic that specializes in one thing, making your love life the best it can be by solving the problem at its source. Pacific Men's Clinic's non-invasive procedure. It's safe and pain-free. Call 916-545-7577 for your free consultation now. That's 916-545-7577.
Safe is such a great word. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa for Safe Credit Union. Safe just makes me feel secure with a sense of comfort. And in these turbulent times, finding anything that makes you feel protected is good for the soul. Being a member of Safe keeps your money local, gives you access to lower rates and higher dividends, while also giving you a sense of comfort that comes from knowing that your money is, well, safe. Safe Credit Union is insured by NCUA.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, what's going to make this, the summer event, the best yet?
Savings. Right now, save up to $10,250 off MSRP on new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, or $6,250 off MSRP on 2022 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cabs. Couple that with up to 32 miles per gallon highway with the Ram EcoDiesel, and you'll have even more savings over trucks that are only a few years old.
32 miles per gallon highway for a truck? Are you sure?
Yep, 32 miles per gallon with the Ram EcoDiesel. Plus, we have over 600 available, including the hard-to-find Ram heavy-duty models.
Well, better hurry, because this kind of savings with those MPGs won't last long. Take a test drive today or see their full selection when you search, select, and save at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
$10,250 total net savings after $6,000 factory rebates and $4,250 dealer discounts. Rebates include $1,500 Chrysler Capital bonus cash. Must finance with Chrysler Capital qualified. And $1,250 Conquest bonus cash. Must own or lease non-FCA group vehicle. $6,250 total net savings after $1,750 factory rebates and $4,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include $1,250 Conquest bonus cash. Must lease or own non-FCA group vehicle. 5 net savings. Highway MPG stated according to US EPA estimate. See dealer for details.
This is Monster Jam, the official Monster Truck Series. Witness the world's best drivers competing in your favorite Monster Jam trucks, like Gravedigger, Megalodon, and more. Who's ready for more racing? Witness exciting head-to-head competition. Be part of the action. Let's hear it. Make some noise. Tickets on sale now. Returning to Golden One Center August 5th through 7th. Opening night tickets start at $15. Restrictions and additional charges may apply.
The 94th most popular celebrity from Carmichael
How popular do you want to be?
meets a Celtics broadcasting legend.
Celtics are going to go for the win. Everybody here at Golden One Center on their feet.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Show rolling right along. We were talking in the last segment in 3 for Madness about Nimi Keita being out there signing autographs at the State Fair, and I hope Kings fans got out to get their autographs.
Seemed like there was quite a few out there from the pictures I saw.
Yeah, and to meet him. I mean, Keita's a good guy. Yeah. Nice, fun-loving man. So hopefully you had a chance to see that. We were asking, like, what's the best autograph you own in your collection? See, I love stuff like this, Jay, like the random. I love your Tyson SI. That's awesome. The text line, let's see, I do have a Nolan Ryan autographed baseball. That's cool. But this one caught my attention from the 209. I have a baseball signed by Willie Mays and Johnny Unitas. They were both at the State Fair like 38 years ago, and my father wasn't a big sports guy and didn't know Unitas played football. But the fact that you have Willie Mays on a baseball, sure, probably, I mean, that'd be great. Nothing, I mean, that'd be fantastic. But the same baseball that has Johnny Unitas, like, that's really cool.
Okay, so
random.
I have something that might even be more random than that. It just
I love this kind of stuff.
It just came to me when you mentioned this. So I back, I think you probably remember in the early to mid 2000s, throwback jerseys were super popular, right?
Yes.
And so I had a Dominique Wilkins throwback Hawks jersey, and then I bought the matching Hawks hat to wear with it. So long story short, I went to an autograph signing, and the only thing I had, because I thought the autographers would have flats or something to sign, right? No. So I had to get my Hawks hat autographed. Would you like to know the 2 names on that hat?
Are they not Atlanta Hawks?
They are not Atlanta Hawks, Jason. They're not even basketball players.
Oh, gosh. Okay, then I'll never be able to guess.
Roy Jones Jr. and Tito Trinidad.
Signed your Atlanta Hawks hat.
Correct.
Well, you improvise. You're like, I've got nothing but this hat. This hat will do. And now where is said hat?
It's somewhere. I have it still. I got to dig that up. It's in storage, but one day I'll dig that up and bring it in. But yes, I have a throwback Mitchell and Ness Atlanta Hawks hat signed by Roy Jones Jr. and Felix Trinidad.
I know these guys sign just about any and everything, but in his life, I don't know how often Roy Jones Jr. was asked to sign an Atlanta Hawks hat.
It's definitely something that I can say I'm probably own. And it's, think about it. There's a cajillion, babajillion, pabillion people in this world. I might be one of one.
And see, that's what I love. One of one.
One of one. Not something to brag about, but definitely 101 there.
And people are like, what's that worth? It's worth whatever someone would be willing to purchase that off of you for.
Right, exactly, which is probably $5, but hey, go towards a chicken Sammy.
Yes, I love it. Well, if you've got an autograph of Kyler Murray, you're doing well. Maybe if you had an autograph of Kyler Murray, I probably would want it on an A's hat.
Or an A's jersey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's what could have been for Kyler Murray. He was picked that high by the A's in their organization. They really had hopes of him being a future stud in that organization. He chose the football route. And Jay, I would say based on his early career, his early numbers, and yesterday it worked out quite well. A 5-year extension worth $230.5 million. Average salary for Kyler is going to be about $46,100 per year. Only Aaron Rodgers would make more at the quarterback position.
Listen, he struck gold there.
Yes.
And so, yeah. And again, we look at it just on the periphery, right? It's like, oh, dude, Kyler Murray totally made the correct decision. What did you say was the guaranteed number on that again?
Oh, the guarantee was in like the 160s, I believe. Something
So
like that.
probably between his rookie deal and now the guarantee 160 on this deal, he's going to be making, a little north of 200 million for his career, right?
Yeah.
So it begs the question, would he have been able to hit that number in baseball? Now, obviously, we don't know, but interestingly enough, I think it's easier for someone, Jason, to make $200 million playing baseball than it is football.
I think so too, but there's also how many first round and second round and third round busts are there in baseball? And I say busts that are just maybe never materialize, or maybe they get to the majors, but they're just not the dude. And it's all these sports are competitive. I mean, heck, Kyler Murray was drafted that high in the NFL, but also could have fizzled out. So he's obviously shown that he's a really talented athlete, but I think the longevity of baseball gives you that chance, but you got to come in and be special to get those kind of lofty baseball contracts.
Oh God, yeah. But you're looking at the money being thrown out now. Juan Soto turns down 15 and 440. What did Trout and Harper both got north of 300, right?
Right. And A-Rod, other people have done it over the years, but then you also go, okay, literally factually, the organization that Kyler Murray was drafted in is an organization that traditionally is not shelling out that kind of money. So if Murray was great and had the potential to be that guy, he would probably, Jay, join the list of great A's that are now Blue Jays, Yankees, Marlins, some other team.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I was going to say by now you're right. He would have already been through arbitration. Put it this way. He would have been Matt Olson and Matt Chapman.
Right.
If he was a star in the A's organization.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
This is always fun because it's like, we'd be talking about Kyler Murray signing like a $350 million deal with San Diego or the Mets, the Yanks, the Dodgers, the Angels. We like to glamorize Kyler Murray, the Oakland A, but you're right. That would have never lasted.
No, and just traditionally where they are now and even in the future. And that's why still the mystery with me and the A's. And I know I want them to stay. I want them to get the Howard Terminal. I think it would be great to have a new park. But you still have the same ownership. And I want to say is the mystery, but everything in my gut tells me, Jay, with a brand new park, I bet there'd be more fans. Yep. I think people will be excited about the team.
Yep.
But I don't know that they would operate that much differently.
No, you don't. I think where they would operate differently is, Jason, you'd see guys like Olson and Chapman probably sign extensions.
Okay.
How long they would last on those extensions, I don't know. But I think they, at that point, they got to do something. But going back to Kyler, and, I've always wondered this, and I think me and Dave have talked about this before. Kyler Murray, I still think, has that ability to be a two-way athlete. We haven't seen one since Bo and Dion really of any sort of prominence. Do you think we'll ever see that athlete again? Or is it just so much money tied into each individual sport now that they're just not going to risk it?
Yeah, I mean, I think the organizations will do their part to protect their investment, but I think if you're as special as Bo, as special as Dion, and
Kyler's special, man.
He is. I mean, I think if you're that gifted that you could do both successfully, I know each side would probably be afraid of the other sport taking over and or getting hurt in that other sport. But, it's one of those things. Do you want the guy or not? And if they're that committed to playing both, I think we'll see it again. I really do.
Yeah, I hope so. But I think as far as Kyler goes, I don't think we'll see him head the baseball route because I don't think that big money deal that he would want from baseball will be there for him. I think as he started out as a dual athlete and kind of went one way or the other, we would have saw it then. But I can't imagine a guy, in year 6 signing that deal he just did with Arizona has any thoughts of playing baseball anytime soon.
Yeah, and Kyler now, like we said, is the second highest paid QB for now because that's just going to shuffle when the next one, like Lamar Jackson, comes up for for his opportunity. But if we go just to NFC West, Jay, let's start there, kind of do a smaller sample size. So that's Murray, Stafford, the Super Bowl champ, now Trey Lance, and then whatever Seattle's going to throw out there. Is he the best QB in the West, or are we going Stafford?
Well, right now, I mean, obviously Stafford has the Super Bowl, but again, a lot of that I think is determined. Put it this way. Do you think if Kyler Murray played on the Rams last year, they still win the Super Bowl?
It's really hard to tell that, but I don't think there's a drop off like some would say, like, oh man, Stafford got him there. Stafford is a big part of that, but he had so many weapons that I don't think Kyler Murray would underutilize. Let's put it that way.
Put it this way. I think the most talented quarterback, if you had to tell me, Jay, you're starting a franchise with one of these four guys, I'm picking Kyler Murray, right?
Okay. Yeah. But I could see that based on age, based on talent.
And then Stafford would be easily number 2.
Yeah.
And then I'd rather start with a unknown like Trey Lance than any of the options Seattle's rolling out there right now.
Well, and then I think right now, the way the sport is constructed, the AFC is loaded with quarterbacks. When you start to go to the rest of the NFC, if we just did that division and say Kyler's either 1 or 2 in the West, you'd put him ahead of the Falcons, Panthers, Saints. Okay, I put Brady ahead. I understand that.
Yeah.
Bears, Lions, Rodgers ahead of him, sure. Cousins, I think you'd put Murray ahead. Dak, I think is a good debate. That's probably it. Like, he's a top 5 guy in the NFC.
Oh, for sure. And I think you can make the Dak debate that right now Dak is better, but I think in 3 seasons we'll be talking about Kyler Murray being a much better quarterback. And that's nothing against Dak. I think Dak is actually an underrated quarterback in the NFL still, but I think I would rather have Kyler Murray than Dak Prescott if I was starting a franchise today.
Yeah, and then now you go, okay, what's next for Kyler? Like individually, like we said last year, he was playing like an MVP. I mean, that was a phenomenal year. The jump's got to be taking the team farther. They had a good season in 2021. It kind of fizzled at the end and certainly had a miserable playoff game. The Rams just crushed them and ultimately went on to the Super Bowl. But, this team at one point, I want to look back at last year. Yeah, I mean, they were 10-2 and looking like one of the best teams in football, finished 11-6 and then whimpered out in the postseason. So they got to finish stronger.
I'll tell you this. I think if they start slow, it's not going to be an indictment on Kyler Murray. If anything, this deal they gave Kyler Murray actually, I think, puts more pressure on Cliff Kingsbury.
Oh, for sure. I think he's more on watch. Obviously, contractually, but yeah, he's the one that's on watch right now in Arizona. No doubt about that. But it was a payday for Kyler, and good for him. We always applaud that. But if Murray is getting paid what he is, what will Lamar Jackson get next and the others who become eligible? We look at some of the other quarterbacks when we come back.
You want more Kings coverage? Sactown Sports 1140 is giving it to you.
I like the Monk deal a lot. The Kevin Huerter one, you got control of a guy who around the league people still think he's a pretty good player.
Impressions, let's start with the Kings' top pick, Keegan Murray. What do you think of him? And you obviously knew him well at Iowa.
Yeah, I thought he was terrific. I called efficient and versatile. He's going to make shots. He's an elite jump shooter.
Log on to SactownSports.com for exclusive content. SactownSports.com.
The more we learn about COVID-19, the more questions we have. The biggest question now? What's next? What will COVID bring in 6 months? A year? If you're feeling anxious about the future, you're not alone. Cal Hope offers free COVID-19 emotional support. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave talking about my friends at American Energy. $49 tune-up offer. I did it 2 weeks ago. You should do it too. It's only $49 for an air conditioning tune-up, and you get a free indoor air quality test. Oh, it's so simple. Call today to schedule your appointment with my local friends at American Energy at 916-520-9990. Catch the 916 there, 520-9990. A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Been around since 81. Go to AmericanEnergyAir.com.
MVP's bonus days are here for pros. For 12 days, pros save big, and MVPs get even more. Because MVP's Pro Rewards members can earn bonus points to redeem for rewards. Earn points on every dollar spent up to $1,000 and get up to 3 times more points when you shop select brands and products. Find MVP's bonus day savings from July 11th to the 22nd in-store and online. Exclusively at Lowe's. Exclusively for pros. MVP's Pro Rewards program subject to program terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty terms. Subject to change.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching a kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Hello, I'm Frank Cockrell with Retirement Security Centers with a weekly economic update. Parity is what many professional sports leagues strive for, adding salary caps, spending minimums, and drafts based on the record from the previous season. Last week, the euro, which is the European dollar, and the US dollar, reached parity. This means that $1 equals 1 euro. Does this mean that the competitive balance between the two is now equal? For Americans traveling abroad, this is good news. For companies looking to import jobs and export goods, it isn't so positive. Costs of goods and services have risen dramatically, as shown by the 9% rate of inflation notched last month. Labor costs have risen in the U.S. as well. This could make U.S. manufacturing less attractive for domestic as well as foreign companies. The U.S. has long had a policy to try to soften the dollar to increase our competitive position, but the global economic concerns have strengthened our currency and our government debt. If the parity leads to trade deficits, it could eventually cause economic strain domestically, leading to a resurgence of investment overseas. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to frankontheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch videos, and receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Frank Cockrell is a registered representative of Lincoln Financial Advisors Corporation, a broker-dealer member SIPC and registered investment advisor. Retirement Security Centers is not an affiliate of Lincoln Financial Advisors.
Sacramento! Doug Christie here for the Good Feet Store asking, when is it time for you to get serious? Serious about your foot-related pain? The answer? You need to address it when it first shows up, or it'll likely get worse. Your foot is a complex network of bones and muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Plus, it carries your entire body weight. Makes sense. It could be prone to injury and pain. Did you know that no two feet are alike? That's why Good Feet makes over 300 sizes, styles, and flexibilities of arch supports. And to make sure you get just the right pair, there's a Good Feet arch support specialist at each location. That's serious, and it's free. Visit the Good Feet store now for a free arch support fitting, and then take them for a walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support of Good Feet arch supports in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, and Modesto. Online, goodfeet.com.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. The only local sports show in the morning on Sactown Sports 1140.
Still some more good entries coming in at 916-339-1140 about prize possessions of autographs. I have a baseball signed by Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle.
Wow.
I got it signed in Atlantic City when I went there a long time ago.
That's awesome.
A gem.
Both of them on the same ball.
That's awesome.
There's not a whole lot of those out there, let me tell you.
How about Vida Blue wouldn't sign my Little League hat when he was with the A's. It was a Pirates hat. That's
we were
good.
We were having an off-air conversation about that, about athletes signing stuff that has, not the team they play for.
Right. Yeah, because Al on YouTube said, I got a Kings hat with John Wall's autograph on it. Okay. I mean, you're a Kings fan. You probably have Kings gear on, and you see John Wall. Hey, will you sign this? And some of those guys, yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not signing that's an opposing team, but others do.
What Kings autographs do you have from over the years? Do you keep any?
I don't know that I have any Kings autographs when I think about it.
Anytime that they would do an autograph signing when I was a kid, my parents, shout out to them, would usually take me. So I have, I met Lionel Simmons outside of a Rayleigh's. I still have that.
Yeah.
I said Tyus Edney. That was at the Sunrise Mall. Met Brian Grant out at it was Folsom Lake Ford, back in the day.
Those appearances.
Ala Abdul Nabi at Carl's Jr. So yeah, I still have all that stuff.
You got to get your Jim Les.
Oh, I have multiple Jim Les autographs.
Okay.
I have 3.
I want a present day picture, you and Jim Les with an autograph by Coach Les.
What we got to do is, if that ever happens, you guys kind of got to give me a heads up. It's the 92-93 Kings team poster signed by him. Mm-hmm. We can hold that up. Then I have a basketball card signed by him. And then, I have a piece of binder paper signed by him.
Nice.
Have it all still. I have all 3 of them.
The Shrine to Jim Les. I love it.
Again, we talked about one of one. That has to be one of one, right?
Yes, but a good one of one.
That is.
Talking about Kyler Murray in our last segment, Rich on the text line says, I still think Murray is too small. That's been a label he's had to deal with. He had a good season, but can he be a Super Bowl type winning quarterback? But that's the thing, Jay. I look at some of these other guys that have already gone through and gotten paid, like Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, studs. I mean, just unbelievable quarterbacks. And I wonder if the Bills and the Chiefs now feel good about the deals because Murray's now making more than those guys.
Yo, he is. And I think the one in more than the Murray deal, the Josh Allen deal and the Patrick Mahomes deal, I would imagine the Bills and Chiefs felt really good about that when they saw what Cleveland gave Deshaun Watson.
True, because that one has come in basically in that same stratosphere, and
it's all guaranteed money though.
Yeah, and one, not knowing where and when he'll play, how much he'll play. He's still young. He's still supremely talented. And Cleveland has just been in that never-ending quest to find that guy. They thought they had it in Baker Mayfield. We know their quarterback troubles, and we've said it, we'll say it again. You either have your guy or you're looking for your guy, and the Browns say, we've got our guy, we're going all in. No matter what you think of Deshaun Watson, the Browns went for it.
Yeah, they did, and, time will tell if they, regret that deal or whether that is because of the optics of the deal and because it's Deshaun Watson or he's just not the same player, sitting out a year. And then we don't know what the suspension is going to look like, obviously. But, with that guaranteed money coming in, I thought the minute I saw that deal signed, I was like, man, GMs and owners around the league probably hate Cleveland right now because you set the market and the bar so high. You have to imagine, Jason, if Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes hadn't signed their deals already, they would be knocking on their respective teams' doors and being like, dude, I want all guaranteed money. And they still may rework their contracts, by the way. That's not out of the question.
Yeah, for sure. And the guy that's in that spot now is Lamar Jackson and kind of still waiting for that big long-term future contract. And Jay, I mean, he's got plenty of arguments to be made. You want your quarterback to win. Let's give you Lamar Jackson's winning percentage or win rate, 37-12.
That's pretty good.
That's phenomenal. He's been an MVP. He did that.
That's good too.
2019 season when he was 22. Touchdown to interception ratio is pretty good. Didn't have the best season last year. He's mobile. He can run.
But Baltimore's team last year wasn't very good. I'm not going to put that on Lamar Jackson. Sorry.
No, but, and he's an interest. I still feel like there's people. Remember, they wanted him to maybe play a different position coming out.
Which is so dumb that we still have that conversation.
Yeah. I mean, he's obviously.
He's an MVP.
He's got a cannon of an arm. I know he runs and probably takes a few more hits than some people would like. And that's probably going to change over time. But he's been a really good quarterback. And at some point, Baltimore, you know what? If you want him, you're going to have to pay for him.
Yeah. And I feel like Baltimore has been waiting to see what the rest of the market shakes out to be as far as these contracts go. And we're getting to a point now where we kind of already see it. So I'm going to kind of go down a list, Jason, and you tell me, and we'll just do it on a yearly basis, not a total deal because some of these guys are older, obviously. Do you think on a per year basis that Lamar Jackson should make more than Tom Brady? Right now?
Right now, honestly, yes.
Okay.
Right now, just because, Brady's unique because he's always taken less, but per year, and I guess I'm, extrapolating that out for more years to come. So maybe, I guess on the individual, the answer maybe is no.
Okay, then that's
over time, it's yes.
Yeah, and let me clarify. Maybe I wasn't being super specific. I'm saying on this year, if I said, hey, I got $25 million for quarterback A, $20 million for quarterback B, who would get the 25?
Yeah, Brady.
Okay. So same scenario now. Aaron Rodgers. All right. Same scenario. Patrick Mahomes. Same scenario. Josh Allen. Same scenario. Kyler Murray.
To me, they're the same guy.
Okay. So
that's where I feel like your cutoff is.
So and I was kind of in the same boat. So basically, me and you both kind of agree that Lamar Jackson deserves a deal kind of similar to what Kyler Murray just signed, right? And if I
would say so.
If you're Baltimore, is it that hard to pony up that kind of money?
Well, I mean, it's a ton of money.
Someone else is going to do it, though, is my point.
And I'll go back to the most simplistic statement that the great Herm Edwards has said before. Like I said, you either have your quarterback or you're looking for him.
Right.
You almost have to do it, Jay, because of what it would cost you to not do it.
If you
if you don't keep Lamar Jackson as a Raven, you are then going to be on a quest for, you could be lucky and find the next Lamar Jackson right now, but likely history and the way this league works, you're going to be working a better part of a decade to find that next guy that you call a franchise guy.
It is so hard to find a top 5, even top 10 quarterback in the NFL, whether that's via the draft or ponying it up and convincing a guy to come play for you in free agency or a trade. And so I look at the situation in Baltimore. It's like, dude, you have a franchise quarterback. It's very well established. You're going to have to pay said franchise quarterback. Just get it done already. Because to your point, like if you lose Lamar Jackson, what is the likelihood that you draft another quarterback that's going to win an MVP within 5 years, that's going to have the winning percentage that he's had, that's going to elevate your team the way he has elevated the Ravens. Jason, I'd argue that is maybe there's a 15 to 20% chance that you land that guy. And I might be being generous with that.
Yeah. And it's worked. He's been successful. He's given you a win total. Let's go back to, I think it was 16, Goff and Wentz. They weren't supposed to go that high. They both trade up. They both, the Rams and the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, they thought they had their franchise quarterback.
Yes.
Jared Goff took the Rams to the Super Bowl.
Yes. Carson Wentz was, an injury away probably from being an MVP in 2017.
So both were successful in their first runs with those teams. They're gone. They're not even on those teams.
Yeah.
And then we're 6 years later. And they've both moved. And Wentz has moved to multiple teams. Goff, now we're wondering, I don't know what kind of QB he is.
Mm-hmm. He's not great, I'll tell you that.
Right, but I mean, they invested everything in that, and then Baker Mayfield, 2018, taken number 1, the Browns. We've got our quarterback. Sam Darnold, same draft.
Mitchell
Josh
Trubisky,
Rosen, same draft. all have moved multiple times. Some of them, like Rosen. And meanwhile, Josh Rosen and Lamar Jackson, the Bills know they've got their guy. I think the Ravens know that they've got their guy. You do that investment, and then, let's put it this way. I don't think the Ravens are in a spot where the Giants are of Daniel Jones. They think he's their guy. They're not 100% certain.
How?
And if he has one more bad year, he's not their guy.
Jason, I don't even think he needs to have a bad year. I think if Daniel Jones comes out the gate and has a bad first 5 games, he's done.
Right.
And personally, I thought they reached for Daniel Jones, they being the Giants, when they drafted him. So far, that is proven to be correct. Mm-hmm. And then let's look at this past the 2021 QB class. 5 quarterbacks taken in the first round. And kind of to your point, every single one of those guys, Jason, when they got drafted, there was so much hype about them. Sure. This team has landed their guy. This team has landed their guy. But history will tell us what, 1, maybe 2 of those guys will pan out to be, franchise leading quarterbacks.
Absolutely. The Bears thought they had the guy in Trubisky. I mean, they did. You don't go number 2 and think you don't. The Bucks with Jameis Winston, Mariota, and the Titans. You can go to people that were far less successful. E.J. Manuel and the Bills, I'm looking back years back. Jake Locker, the Titans thought, we've got our guy. Christian Ponder and the Vikings, we've got our guy. This guy's smart. He played for the Seminoles. He's going to kill it here. He's long gone. I mean, it's an amazing entity. Teams reach, teams try to find that franchise guy, and I believe the Ravens have him, so you got to pay him.
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell they're doing anymore, because, again, if they don't pay him, somebody else will, and you will have just given away a franchise quarterback.
Yeah, and, again, it's that never-ending quest to find him. It's hard, and then you just identify it and go. You just have to commit. You have to believe. And then you also allow that player to, Kyler Murray, it's okay to have a down season. You hope it's 1. You hope of a 5-year run, you hope 4 of the 5 are great, if not all 5, and you're consistently good and he's consistently good. And you just keep it moving and keep adding around him and try to get to that ultimate goal of winning a Super Bowl.
It's so much easier, Jason, to build around a great quarterback than to build around a mediocre quarterback and try to have success.
Yes.
It's been done, but again, much harder.
For sure. All right. We've got our final hour of the week coming up in this final hour. Not only will we have Friday Fun and Games, we will have your opportunity to participate a little bit later, not in Friday Fun and Games, but in the news and celebrity birthdays with your chance to win. We'll explain that coming up. So much to get to, but let's start the next hour. It was awesome last night. 162 games are played in Major League Baseball for each team. But when the Giants and Dodgers hook up, it's special. Last night, very entertaining game in LA. We recap that when we come back.
Breaking news, the latest happenings with your favorite teams.
You ever wonder about what the heck all these kids are doing on the computers all the time?
Stay up to date with all of it by following us on Instagram and Twitter.
Excuse me, gentlemen, a little update for you.
At Sactown 1140.
To commit to men in divorce. Though intended as a compliment, such statements have always bothered me. For one thing, it's far from clear that a decision that's likely to disaffect half the market is a good business decision. But more troubling is the presumption that Cordell & Cordell's success is largely a result of good marketing. I think if you ask one of our 300-plus attorneys or one of our 100,000-plus former clients, that you'd hear a lot about practice skills, experience, client care, and integrity. These are the much harder things that best account for the growth and reputation over time of any law firm, including Cordell & Cordell. Having said all this, I am proud of our marketing messages, and I do want guys to know that we're here to help them. If we can help you, give us a call.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Sacramento area attorneys. 500 Capitol Mall, Suite 2060, Sacramento, California, 95814.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave talking to you as always about my good friends at Hoblet Dodge. And right now, you can save up to $10,250. That's off of MSRP on brand new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs. There's over 600 Rams available, including those hard-to-find heavy duties. Save up to $6,250 off MSRP on those new 2022 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab. Savings all over the place. Let me give you some stats on Hoblet, the #1 Ram truck dealer in California, #3 in the whole United States. They don't have your truck in stock. Use their inbound sold list to secure your perfect truck. You know, if it's not in stock, you can reserve one along the way. And guess what? No dealer markup on most popular Ram and Jeep models. You got other dealers adding dealer markup. Hoblet still offering discounts. As always, search, select, and save at hobletdodge.com. No hassle, no pressure, ever dealership. And you tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
When there's trouble in the bedroom, it can hurt more than just your confidence. It can hurt your marriage or dating life. Not knowing if you'll be able to perform at any moment doesn't help either. Pacific Men's Clinic can help. Go to the clinic that specializes in one thing, making your love life the best it can be by solving the problem at its source. Pacific Men's Clinic's non-invasive procedure. It's safe and pain-free. Call 916-545-7577 for your free consultation now. That's 916-545-7577.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions, not available in all areas. If you're a small business owner, listen up. Pi Insurance wants to give you one of those aha moments, the kind that could save you money. Workers' comp is probably one of the biggest costs you face. But did you know that insurance providers have flexibility in setting their prices? That's right, but many don't bother giving small businesses the savings you deserve. Instead, you can get lumped in with other businesses and overcharged. Pi Insurance was created to change that. With Pi, you get a quote tailored specifically to your business, and you could save up to 30% with no hassle and no hidden fees. And with helpful representatives just a call away, it's easy to understand why Pi is rated excellent by customers on Trustpilot. Take 3 minutes to see how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or go to trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
The official Monster Truck Series. Witness the world's best drivers competing in your favorite Monster Jam trucks, like Gravedigger, Megalodon, and more.
Who's ready for more racing?
Witness exciting head-to-head competition. Be part of the action.
Let's hear it. Make some noise.
Tickets on sale now. Returning to Golden One Center August 5th through 7th. Opening night tickets start at $15. Restrictions and additional charges may apply.
The flagship.
Ball game, Sacramento wins.
KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios. Sactown Sports 1140, the flagship station of your Sacramento Kings. It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone. When he's not on the microphone, he's playing a song. And when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
All right, we start our final hour here of Sactown Sports 1140. Jason Ross, JayMarZZ. This is our final hour for the week. Carmichael Dave is back next week. We thank each and every one of you for checking us out, all of you on our YouTube. Conversation is just rolling right along there. Our text line, 916-339-1140. You want to hit us up on Twitter, you can do that. Thank you to all of you that take the time out of your day to check us out. We do genuinely appreciate that.
Except
so
Paul.
you very much. Most all of you. Last night, Dodgers Giants, second half of the baseball season got going, and we said it brings out the best in the Giants. It was good baseball. It didn't start that way, Jay. I mean, the game was just kind of meandering through. Dodgers. Let's get some highlights from this one. Let's get it started with a guy who's really hot right now, and that's Freddie Freeman.
Freeman
With a fly ball to center field. Shrevsky going back to the wall, and it's gone! A home run! Freddie Freeman, a 9-game hitting streak, leads the majors in base hits with 115. That was his 14th home run, his 60th RBI, and the Dodgers take a 1-0 lead.
You know, and that's Charlie Steiner on the call, Dodgers Radio Network, when the move is made to get Freddie Freeman, the initial thing is like, oh my gosh, you get a guy who's been an MVP, one of the best hitters in baseball. How is this going to look in the lineup? This
Looks
is kind of
good.
how it's going to look. I mean, he's really good. He's in a good lineup, and guess what? The guy can hit.
Jason, I would dare to say it's a great lineup.
It is, and that team with a great lineup with Rodon kind of scuffling through the first couple of innings. I mean, the Dodgers scored in the first, scored in the second, 3 more in the third. And as we said, the Giants, I mean, just weren't getting any hits off of White yesterday, which felt like, if anybody, this is the time to take advantage of the rotation matchup. And the Giants weren't. They're down 5-0, and I would say for the better part of 5 to 6 innings, it was a nondescript game. It was just like, okay, well, it's okay. Not every game is always dramatic. Not every game when you play 162, there certainly are better games than others, and it was kind of going down that road. Then the Giants got a home run in the 7th when Longoria homered off Bickford, and it's like, all right, well, 5-1, but I mean, yeah, not really intrigued until the bases were loaded, and this happened with Darren Ruff.
And the 2-2 to Darren Ruff. Here it comes. He drives one to deep left field. Going back on it, Thompson. It is gone! Darren Ruff comes through. A grand slam. And the Dodgers fans are shocked with one swing of the bat. Darren Ruff has tied this game 5-5.
Yeah, I was shocked. I mean, to be honest, I'm watching when it happens, and you know it's possible. It's like, wait, they're one swing of the bat away here, but I mean, is it going to happen? Then Ruff parked it. It's 5-5. The Giants then scored in the 8th to go up 6-5, and you're thinking, this is going to be one of the great Giant wins of this season, a terrible Dodger loss. Well, then let's take you to the bottom of the 8th. And, when you got a lineup that's stacked with Freeman and Turner, both Turners, Muncy and Bellinger. They also have another guy that's a stud, and it's this guy, Mookie Betts.
Bottom of the 8th, a 6-6 game. Garcia to Betts and a fly ball to left. It's deep. It is on its way, and it is gone. Mookie Betts, a 3-run home run. His 21st of the year. And the Dodgers squandered a 5-run lead, but here they are in the bottom of the 8th, having scored 4, and they lead it 9-6.
The Giants went pretty weakly in the 9th. Dodgers win 9-6. Mookie also had a great catch to end the game. Good baseball, Jay. I know you're a Dodger fan, but it was good baseball. Good for the Giants to really put a scare in the Dodgers and come back. But in the end, the Dodgers win the game, extend their lead, and keep this great rivalry going. We still got 3 more this weekend in this set.
Yeah, and I spoke earlier. I was speaking yesterday and then earlier today on the show about the Dodgers bullpen woes, and the Giants really exposed them last night. Again, the Dodgers, probably their best 3 outside of Kimbrel in that bullpen, Treinen, Hudson, and Gatterall, all hurt right now. And so the Dodgers jump out to that 5-0 lead. Not entirely shocked the Giants were able to crawl back into the game, Jason, but you kind of mentioned it. The Dodgers lineup just 1 through 9 is so stacked. And that is, how many comeback wins did we say the Dodgers have had this year?
27 for the Dodgers come from behind in a game where they blew the lead, but still had to come from behind to win, and they did.
27 come from behind wins. It just goes to show you that when you have an offense that is that potent, you're just never out of the game.
Yeah. And again, lineup for lineup, everybody's taking the Dodgers over the Giants.
Sure.
I do give the Giants credit for just they find ways. I mean, they stick around. They put the ball in play a lot. They're not a huge high volume strikeout team, which I think is always good, and certainly in the present day. But back to the obvious. I mean, Soto would make a world of difference to any team, but certainly to the Giants, it just lengthens the lineup, gives you a true threat, and then I think it just accentuates the Wilmer Flores, the Longorias, Luis Gonzalez, Petersons. It kind of adds a little bit more depth to everything that you put out there if you were able to add a guy as good as Soto.
Yeah, and you see what that does to win losses, and all you have to do honestly, is look across the bay. Look at the A's lineup this year, right?
Yep.
This is a team that didn't make the playoffs last year in the A's, but we're still decent. And you like you said, they have a lot of those ancillary pieces still in the lineup, whether it's a Tony Kemp,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of those guys are still there. Chad Pender, all those guys are still there, but it doesn't mean as much because they don't have the big bats like Chapman and Olsen anymore. And the Giants are kind of in the same way. Again, Jock Peterson has done a really good job trying to make up for the production they lost with Posey and Bryant, but he can't do it on his own. And they need that other bat in there to make those ancillary pieces that you talked about stand out more. And so we're going to be, the trade deadline's less than 2 weeks away in Major League Baseball. Jason, I have a feeling we are going to be sitting here every time we talk about the Giants until the deadline saying they need to make a move for a big bat if they want to compete with the upper echelon in MLB.
Yeah. And I mean, again, the time now, like this is such a franchise altering move if you're able to get someone like Soto because he's 23. There's no guarantees on anybody's career, but the way the projection, the way he's gone, I mean, historically already he's doing things that others haven't done or very few have. And those that have all were Hall of Famers. And if he could be a guy in your organization we're not even to the prime of his career. You just got a guy that just changes everything. You build everything around him. And yeah, it's going to cost you. You're going to have to pay. And a lot of times, I feel like organizations get so tied up in their minor league prospects. The odds of a minor league prospect, whether it's a Giant, a Dodger, a Yankee, a Cardinal, a Mariner, whoever the teams are that are true players in Juan Soto that are going to be better than Soto are really small.
It's rare.
And if they are, then good for that other team to find that talent and it maximize on that other situation. But you're likely still getting that super stud in the player you're craving in Soto. So I mean, I wouldn't be afraid of giving up prospects at all.
No, you shouldn't be. And we've seen teams in the past that have no problem doing it. And to your point, we've seen teams in the past that do have a problem doing it. I think a lot of teams that hold on to their prospects, though, are more so the smaller market teams that know they can't pay a guy like Juan Soto. That's not the case here in San Francisco.
No.
The Giants have the market and the ability to pay a guy like that. You have to empty the cupboard. The likelihood that anybody you trade is going to be better than Juan Soto, to your point, Jason. We just did this exercise with Lamar Jackson, right? Like if the Ravens were to not pay him and move on, who are you going to be drafting that is going to likely be either as good or better? It's really hard to find.
Right.
So if you're a team like the Giants, as much as they have good prospects down there right now, and they've done, and Farhan Zaidi and company's done a really good job of rebuilding that farm system, the likelihood that one of those guys you're going to trade being better than Juan Soto, I would say, I don't like to say next to nothing, but minimal is a great word. I just don't see it happening.
Well, and you do it for 100 reasons, but reason 101 would be that he's not a Dodger, that he's not a Padre, that he's not he goes to one of those two teams. I mean, the Giants will do their part. They'll compete, but you just will never feel like they could ever get over the hump. It already feels daunting. Soto doesn't make the Giants more talented than the Dodgers, but it just gives you another huge piece where you go, yeah, they can bring up Mookie Betts. Well, guess who's coming up for us next inning? Like that kind of thing. You feel like you've got a comparable part, and maybe over time, Soto might be the best player in baseball.
Right.
So I think you got to swing. And again, I think the Giants are. I think there's a lot of rumors that they're looking at him, but the scariest are the Dodgers, so are the Padres, Yankees. I think the Cardinals are on that list. So people should be coveting him, going after him, and that's going to be the big swing in the pendulum of who lands this guy.
Yeah, and then you look at it just simply from the NL West perspective. If he lands in LA or San Diego, that puts you further behind the 8 ball if you're the Giants. And then it doesn't, you said it, they're not as talented as the Dodgers, at least on paper, by acquiring Soto. I agree. But, last year that team took the Dodgers to the 9th inning in Game 5 of a playoff series.
Yep.
This puts you back there where you can beat the Dodgers in a playoff series. I truly believe if you basically swap out last year's team of Bryant and Posey, and you have Jock Peterson again, who he hasn't been hot recently, but he's had a good year, and you add Juan Soto, that is a team in a 5-game series I'm convinced can beat the Dodgers.
Yeah. And that's what you want. You want to have that opportunity. The other thing that happened yesterday that I think was cool that they said during the game, Game 1 of that series, a Thursday night, you just had the All-Star game, Home Run Derby, all these festivities in Dodger Stadium, which, to be honest, at times I remember Home Run Derby going, man, there's some empty seats. Same with the All-Star game. It filled in as the nights went on. Last night, Jay, 53,165 in attendance, the largest crowd of any game in baseball this season.
But I thought regular season baseball doesn't matter and nobody cares.
Well, again, we poke fun, sadly, at the A's, and I think they had a doubleheader yesterday. I can't remember what the announced between the two.
It wasn't 53,000. I'll tell you that.
It didn't get to 10. 10,000. I shouldn't say 10 people.
Well,
you have to clarify.
Well, I was just gonna say it.
But 53,165 for a rivalry game that's got game one of this 4-game set that, there's going to be probably far bigger games between these two as the season goes on. That's awesome. It's not for everybody. Not everybody's in, but man, the people that do get in just love their baseball, and it was good last night. All right. We've been talking a lot about sports documentaries this week. The Jeter one's out there. We loved when the Jordan one. There's another one that's out there that I think we should all probably check out. It's related to baseball. We'll tell you that when we come back.
A revamped website, expanded coverage of the teams you love, more accessible than ever. Where is it? Online at SactownSports.com and on your dial at 1140. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey there, Jason Ross here for Quick Quack Car Wash. Now, keeping your life clean also means keeping your car clean. Now, a car, it's an extension of your life. And look, we spend so much time in our cars, things about between your work, your kids, family obligations. All of our lives are full of chaos. Well, for Quick Quack, it's like a life hack for me. That's how I defy expectations. With all the things I have going on, I still make it a part of my routine because I want to have a clean car. I want to have that second look when people drive by. And it's, for me, Quick Quack Car Wash is also about the experience, the vibe there. It's just a good time. I like to take my son and we go through with the music and the lights, and it's just a very good time out. Plus, when you go to a Quick Quack, you might see Quackles, and keep sending me those pictures on Twitter of Quackles. I love it. We will see you soon at a Quick Quack Car Wash. There are locations everywhere in all of Northern California, and we'll see you soon at a Quick Quack Car Wash near you.
They've been here for a combined 50 years. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Friday Fun and Games coming up in our next segment.
Our special guest has already arrived. We're getting our microphone set up.
Oh, good. Simone will be in the house. I kind of crafted it. I try to do Friday Fun and Games around the participants. So a lot of times it's you and Dave, but Dave's off this week. He's back next week. So, I kind of have it crafted around you two. So that's good. I got knowledge that Simone would be in helping us out today. So we look forward to that coming up in our next segment. All week on quarantine, Jay, I've had the binders. I've shown cards.
Yes. It's my favorite segment.
I got to show a few cards today.
All right, show off that collection.
Let's see. These are things that are like that were put away, that were like in special, protected, sites. Let's see. Can you see this one?
Is that a Steve? Okay, I own the same card. That one's awesome.
That's a nice Steve Nash rookie. We got a little J Kidd rookie.
That's clean.
Yeah, it's on a little two-sided dealio. Hey, Kobe Rook.
Oh, I don't have that Kobe rookie, but I do have a Kobe rookie. That's actually you have the better one than I have.
This is the one that really weirded me out because I had not been. This kind of got me back into cards. I had cards in the garage. They've just been sitting there for years. I mean, years.
Mm-hmm.
And I found a box. I'm like, oh look, there's some of my cards. Wait, there's an unopened pack of cards in here, and it was basketball. This is what, Upper Deck.
Wait, so you got to crack open a pack?
Yeah, which never happened. Like that never happens.
That's
I always
awesome.
open everything I have. Like, why would I have an unopened pack in here? And the weird part that still gives me goosebumps. We were watching, it might have been like Nightline or something, and it was the 1 year. It was the 1 year to the day anniversary of the passing of Kobe Bryant. And I'm looking at this pack. I told my wife, "Yeah, I found this box of cards, but there's an unopened pack in here." I go, that's not like me. I open everything I get when I get, especially back then when I get it. And I said, you know what's weird is this is Kobe's rookie year. How weird would it be? And we're watching the special, and I opened it about 3 cards in, and I just paused. She goes, no way. And then I showed her. I'm like, are you serious? And also in the pack was a Jordan, which was really cool. But yeah, that gave me goosebumps. That was just a weird phenomenon. Here's a prospect.
Dude, it's like when Charlie Bucket found the golden ticket.
Yes, I found the golden ticket. Prospects, 2 Hall of Famers on here, Vlad Guerrero and Andrew Jones.
That's nice.
That's a nice
That's really nice, actually.
Old school one, Bob Gibson.
Bobby
Gibson. Drew Brees, rookie, as a Charger.
That's super cool.
I like Drew Brees.
Have you looked up these the prices on these yet?
I have not. Josh Allen, like patch card, little rookie here.
That's cool. Oh, the patch card. Now that's going to be worth something. Those memorabilia cards I know go up in value really fast.
That's fun. Little Emmitt
Like
Smith rookie.
That's nice. Like I was looking at basketball cards the other day on eBay, like the patch rookie for like Marvin Bagley is still like a $50 card. So
is it really?
If Marvin's still getting 50 for his patch, I'd imagine a Josh Allen will be a little bit higher, slightly.
Here's a Patrick Mahomes.
That a rookie?
Yeah.
Damn.
Little rookie. And then I finally got
You're showing out today.
Well, I wanted to save the best at the end. I finally got a few slabs over time. Like I'm like, what are slabs? And I heard people, I'm like, it was new to me.
Like a slab of meat?
PSA 10, little Aaron Judge.
Oh, wow. That's a rookie?
Yep.
Jeez.
I wanted to get this one. I went to a store. I'm like, I got to get one of these. I don't even know over time what it'll be worth. Hopefully a lot. If he's a playoff guy, De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, I've heard of him before.
Yeah.
That's clean.
Rookie PSA 10. There's just a few more here. Let's see, what else do I want to show off? Oh, we were just talking about him. This is a PSA 10. The Nationals, Juan Soto.
Dude.
Could be worth more if he's a Giant, Dodger, Yankee. Who knows?
Let's be honest. Did Mr. Sign Lady kind of coming in and, flexing on you earlier in the week make you go get these out?
Yeah. Well, I've been in quarantine. I've been in the room. I'm like, I was trying to save some of these best for last. So there you go. There's a few more, but that's enough.
Simone, what did you think of the Jason Ross card collection on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, 11.
Oh, let's see, Simone. Wow. I need a Simone rookie.
Simone, do you have rookie cards?
No,
regrettably.
regrettably.
Jay, would anybody purchase Sactown Sports 1140 cards?
Mike Barnbaum.
Well, there we go. All we need is one.
Mike Barnbaum.
Condition.
Yeah, I think Paul might. I'll autograph Paul's special.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. Muhammad, did you get these cards graded yourself? If so, how long did it take and how much did it cost to get them graded? I still have not done that. Jay, you and I have talked about that. I know plenty of people do. I got these from a card store or different things over time. I don't know. Not that I've been skeptical. I know it costs quite a bit, and there was a huge delay for time. Certainly in the pandemic, I think it's changed, but I have not done that. Have you done that grading yet?
No, I have wanted to. It's kind of one of those bucket list things. I have a stack of cards that I need to get graded that are
you have a couple that you really should.
That I really should, but again, it's more so I've tried to educate myself on the process of it, and so I need some help with that because I went to one card store and they weren't very helpful. So I would love to get my cards graded. It's just A, can I get the right person to help me out, and B, can I afford it?
Yeah, like Big Shep, who's our resident huge fan of the show, which we appreciate, card expert, True Sport Cards out in Rockland and Roseville. It says, I know a guy who can help. He certainly can.
Oh yeah, Shep. Jason, we do need to make it you and me. We need to go on a mandate to Shep's card spot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think he's saying it's $50 to $150 with PSA. See,
is that per card?
That's what I asked. And he said, yes. I'm like, wow. So you would basically have to know your card is worth, you're not getting a $2 card graded like that.
No. Again, if that's the case, I probably have like 4 or 5.
Yeah,
off
but
top.
If that's the one, then you take your time, send it out. Then when it comes back, it's like, oh, here. And then it's the mystery though. You're grading it. Hopefully, you're getting a 10 or a 9, and if it comes back, it depends. Some of the older cards are going to get a 4. But that's based on it's a 60-year-old card, 70-year-old card. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. If you've got a card or cards, whose cards do very well is Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, he was good at baseball.
He was good at baseball. We were talking about these movie documentaries or sports documentaries. There's been so many of them, and I'm into almost all the 30 for 30s. It could be a topic that comes out and I don't think I'd be that interested. Then you watch it, you go, this is really good. It could just grab you. Well, I saw Facing Nolan, the trailer for that. It's the story of Nolan Ryan as told through those that got in the batter's box with him. And I think about intimidating pitchers. He is definitely on the short list of the most intimidating pitchers. He's got so many records still, Jay. There's also a through line there on the story of him and his wife, basically like a high school sweetheart, helped him get through some of his troubles as a early days pitcher. and then, they're still together, and it's kind of that love story, but also just, you're hearing from Cal Ripken and other great players that like, yeah, you're just scared to death going up there against this guy who has 324 wins, 5,714 strikeouts, still 7 no-hitters, was one of the most intimidating pitchers and just lived up to that reputation.
Yeah, and so two things. One, so it sounds like Mrs. Ryan is to Nolan what Rick Vaughn's son or glasses were to him, those prescriptions. And then two, kind of speaking to your point about the intimidating thing, is my dad always had told me the story is he was at Angel Stadium on one of Nolan Ryan's 20 strikeout games sitting behind the plate. He got tickets from a scalper, which cannot believe my father would break the law. But however, he did. And he tells me it's still one of like maybe the greatest sports experiences of his life is being behind the plate to watch Nolan pitch. He said was just like, it was unreal how hard he threw that ball.
Yeah, I can say, and there were people, they even had that description. There were people that like, it's like frying bacon. It's like different, the way it sounded, you could hear the sizzle and the air and just different things. The only thing I can relate to, and I haven't had a ton of Major League Baseball games where I've sat that low, like you said, your dad did. But I remember as a kid, as a birthday present, got a chance to go to the Mets and Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. And I want to say it was a Friday or Saturday night game. And it was Fernando Valenzuela versus Doc Gooden.
Oh, wow.
But Gooden, it was different, Jay. Like that, you could, like just the warm-ups, you could and I was close enough, not right behind but close enough where you just heard that pop. And you're like, he's doing something. And there were different styles. Fernando wasn't this, gas can. He was throwing junk and tricking you, where Gooden was just bringing the heat. And you're like, that doesn't sound normal.
Jason, what is what is a sweeter sound to you? The pop of the catcher's glove on like 100-mile-an-hour fastball, or the crack of the bat on a home run?
I guess I'm thinking more offense, the crack of the bat. But I
love that pop, man.
But I think you could get the crack of the bat, honestly, on anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, again, I don't know that I heard Fernando's hit the glove. Like, it just was fine. They're coming in 85, 92, whatever, and throwing junk and screwballs and different things, where Gooden was just... like it's just coming in, and that it just sounded different. That's the only way to describe it.
Just the way it echoes throughout the stadium, right?
Yeah.
Like there's nothing like it. That's awesome. Valenzuela versus Drew Gooden. That's got to be what, like 85, 86
somewhere
probably
in that range. And it was just, I'm going to see if I can find that box score, because it was absolutely, it was amazing night. All right. It's Friday. It's time for Friday Fun and Games. We've got that coming your way next.
Sactown Sports 1140 is broadcasting live on YouTube.
To me, it's a must watch.
Check out the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and the Cattles and Rami Show. Plus, get exclusive content. Search Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave talking about my friends at American Energy. $49 tune-up offer. I did it 2 weeks ago. You should do it too. It's only $49 for an air conditioning tune-up, and you get a free indoor air quality test. Oh, it's so simple. Call today to schedule your appointment with my local friends at American Energy at 916-520-9990. Catch the 916 there, 520-9990. A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Been around since 81. Go to AmericanEnergyAir.com.
I'm sure you've heard the phrase, let Safe Credit Union put you first. Well, that phrase is honest, genuine, and sincere. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa for Safe Credit Union. At Safe, you're not a number. You are part of a member-owned, community-focused family. Explore the benefits of saving, borrowing, and investing with a partner who puts you first. Safe Credit Union is insured by NCUA.
The PGA Tour is back in Napa Valley with the Fortinet Championship. Join us September 15th through the 18th at Silverado Resort and Spa for world-class golf, Napa hospitality, and powerhouse performances by Cole Swindell and One Republic. Secure tickets now at FortinetChampionship.com.
Hi guys, it's Andrew with Coastside Clinic. Are you struggling with ED and sick of the pills? Well, we have a major medical breakthrough. The WAVE technology at Coastside Clinic was tested by Cambridge University and the Cleveland Clinic, and the results are in. It's proven to increase blood flow by repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED by treating the root cause, call us now. And not only will the assessment and blood flow ultrasound be free, we'll also include something unique. I don't think I've ever seen it fail. This is a $600 value, free to those that call in the next 2 minutes. 916-603-2000. That's 916-603-2000. Guys, put a stop to your ED and get your love life back. Call Coastside Clinic now to qualify. 916-603-2000. That's 916-603-2000.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and master 5th grade math.
I can't do this. It's impossible.
Not you, Dad, your daughter. Staples will help her move forward.
Right.
Right now, Staples comp books and number 2 pencils are just 50 cents each. Plus, 2 pocket paper folders are only 25 cents each. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. Ends 8/27 in store only, limit 30.
Rate and the purchase markets are doing this thing and that thing. Shelby, as I always say, you're the captain of the ship that gets everybody through those waters. What's going on over at United Wholesale Lending?
We are heavily focused on purchase business right now.
This is the time of year, I know. You would think more people go and see houses, but how is that working as opposed to rates scaring people? Are we still seeing that huge influx of people going out there?
Well, there's some more inventory that's coming onto the market, and the market is shifting from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Even with the interest rates going up, now the market is kind of softening up and making it easier for home buyers to get their offer accepted and also to get a better deal.
You can pre-approve them on the phone in under 15 minutes without even running their credit. But what you also do is you give them the exact things they need to knock out personally so that they can get into homes.
That's exactly right. We create a roadmap to get them in the position to buy a house.
RefinanceWithShelby.com. That's RefinanceWithShelby.com. NMLS number 279051. BRA number 01864354.
Stimulating conversation about kitchen gadgets and baseball cards.
I think that's really crazy interesting.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
All right, Friday Fun and Games coming your way in just a moment. JayMarZZ, I found the game doing the break. 1984, so young JayMarZZ, right before my birthday. Get a chance to take a few buddies to Dodger Stadium. Fernando Valenzuela and Dwight Gooden. Gooden was a rookie. This was May 11th, 1984. And, man, Fernando went 8 innings, gave up 10 hits, struck out 8, walked 5, gave up 2 earned. Dwight Gooden went 9 the complete game, 4 hits, walked 2, struck out 11, and the Mets won 2-0.
Well, that sucks. I'm retroactively upset that you saw the Dodgers lose in 1984.
Yeah, game was 2 hours and 50 minutes. Night game, Friday night in LA. Fernando Mania was live and well. So was Doc Gooden. That was a night.
Weird. It's like having starting pitching go, as long as they did and pitch well, it ends baseball games earlier.
Yes.
Huh.
What a concept.
Attendance of 50,314. I was 4 of those with my group.
Not a boy.
There you go. All right, it's time. It's Friday. Let's do it. It's time for some Friday Fun and Games.
He's the life of the party. And I'm the life of the party. Every time I show up, life of the party. His antics in the dorms of UC Davis were legendary. And he brings his fun and games to the show every Friday. It's Friday Fun and Games with KHTK's resident party starter, Jason Ross.
Hey, that's me. All right, it's time for Friday Fun and Games. We have fun with this. You guys are able to play at home. We're not using participants in this one, but you are going to participate in our next segment. We'll need your help for that, so you can get on the phones at 1-800-920-1140. But today we have JayMarZZ, and we have Simone with us today, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Good. It's Friday Fun and Games. You both are going to be put on the spot. JayMarZZ thrives here. Simone, I know you'll do quite well. We've done this one before. We're bringing it back. It's from a while back. The game is simple. It's name 5. We're not putting a time on it, but we're going to try to move this quickly. So, JayMarZZ, you're going to go first. I've got a category for you. Name 5 ways to prepare an egg.
You can scramble it, you can hard boil it, you can fry it, you can have it sunny side up, and you can eat it raw.
Well done.
Wow.
JayMarZZ, you move on. Let's go. Simone, 5 movies with Tom Cruise. Name 5.
Mission Impossible. Legend. Ooh, that's a deep one. Top Gun. A Few Good Men. risky business.
Very
Well
good.
done, Simone.
Although you could have just said Mission Impossible 1,
I know,
Mission Impossible 2.
I was going to, but I'm better than that, guys.
When you started with that, I go, oh, that's easy. She's going to do all of it. But yeah, right. Good for you, Simone. 5 different ones from Tom Cruise. Very impressive.
Since we're doing this, kind of survey-ish, there's only one, song that we can use.
Oh, yeah, we need
that's
some music
appropriate.
here.
Let's get some music going here. As soon as I unmute it.
Yes.
God, this mouse sucks. Hold on, this might take a while.
New board,
Jason,
new
keep
equipment.
going. No, it's this mouse, and I need a mouse pad. And it's not working. And Simone sees me struggling over here.
He's reaching.
This is an issue for JayMarZZ. I think he's just stalling for his next name 5.
Seriously, this is awful.
All right, Jay. Well, you ready anyway?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, JayMarZZ. Name 5 cable channels.
MTV, VH1, TNT, TBS, ACM.
Wow.
He's getting all the easy ones.
You ready for that one? Oh, for the easy. Oh, this one will be a tough one for you.
There we go.
There it is. The music is ready. Simone, name 5 golf tournaments.
Ooh, Fortinet, Masters, U.S. Open, British Open. We have FedEx Cup.
We'll give you that. Well
FedEx
done.
Cup
It's
tournament.
not a tournament, but I mean,
I
she
can
got
do
4
better.
Hey, that was
PGA
good.
Championship.
There you go.
There you go. And you went Fortinet first. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you, the local flavor. JayMarZZ.
Yes, sir.
As we continue a Friday Fun and Games, naming 5. Can you name 5 types of hats?
5 types of hats, and so like the types of like by brand or like hats you wear styles.
Styles of hats.
Okay, so we have the trucker hat. We have the fitted hat. We have the snapback hat. We have the Kangol hat, and we have the it's the hat that you wear when you're gardening. That hat with the full brim. There's a name for it, but you know what I'm saying.
A gardener hat.
A gardener hat. There you go. We'll go with that.
I was waiting for fedora.
Ooh, that's a good one.
But good, you did it. You named 5.
Yeah, I'm pretty amazing.
Simone, name 5 famous people named Jim.
Jim Halpert. God, why is this going to be so hard? Jim Harbaugh.
Did you say Harbaugh?
Oh, my
Harbaugh.
bad.
We'll
My
go.
Harbaugh.
Yeah.
I can't
Harbaugh.
say it. I can't. My Jimbo.
See, on the spot, it changes.
Yeah. Can I just Jim Boys? That's like
What's so great? It's top of mind, and you went with Jim Halpert and Jim Boys.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
for
I'm just
creativity.
getting
Think about
even,
who's on after us.
Jim Rome.
Nice.
Wow. I mean, I'm just absolutely crashing into the mountain right now.
Let's see.
Jim.
You're getting credit for Jim Boy. They're giving you that on the YouTube chat.
Thank you, everyone. Phone a friend. Ryan, help me.
What else you got, Jay? You got any Jims?
Oh, come on. Former Kings owner Jim Thomas, Jim Les, Jim Paxson, the all-star of the Paxson family,
Wow.
Jim Jackson, Jim Bo Fisher,
Oh, wow.
Jim Johnson. Yeah, there's a whole sorts of
You
gyms.
did it. We
A
got
ton
there.
of gyms.
I hate gyms now.
Oh,
right.
wow.
I'm
now
like
you're
going
gonna
to
be racking
have
your
like
brain.
anytime I meet a gym, I'm gonna just like start freezing and like malfunctioning. It's gonna be crazy.
All right, Jay, we'll move on to the next one.
Oh,
And
Jim
name
Garoppolo, duh.
Name 5. This is your wheelhouse here. Name 5 1990s Sacramento Kings.
5 1990 Sacramento Kings: Spud Webb, Mitch Richmond, Dwayne Coswell, Wayman Tisdale, Lionel Simmons,
There you go.
Jim Les, Trevor
he's-
Wilson,
oh.
Bradford Smith,
Thanks-
Olden
thanks for credit.
Polonies,
Wait, what's
Brian
happening?
Grant, Tyrone Corbin, Kevin Gamble, Walt Williams, Billy Owens. I'll stop.
It wasn't name 500. but
Sorry.
good job.
I misheard
My-
you.
My goodness. Simone,
Yes.
name 5 AFC quarterbacks.
AFC quarterbacks. Here we go. The cutie from the Oakland, or they're not Oakland Raiders anymore. Oh my God, Las Vegas Raiders.
He has a name, Simone. Jeez.
I know. Now I'm still shook over gyms. Oh my God. No, but let me get it together. Allen. Let's see. We have Patrick Mahomes. We have. Oh my gosh.
What's the Raiders quarterback's name?
The cutie. What did you drive to
Car.
work?
There you go.
Derek Carr.
Nice.
Wow, you guys. I just really.
Who's
Yeah.
joined Denver from Seattle?
Oh no! What? Russell
Yes.
Westbrook.
No, Russell Wilson.
Oh no!
Are we good? Did we get 5 there?
I think we got like 4 3/4, so we'll round up to 5.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank
Again,
you.
put on the spot. You never know what happens in the Friday Funny
You're
Games.
nervous today.
Jesus.
You're usually like you're usually nails.
I know. I think I'm still thinking about the Giants Dodgers game. I'm just
And
I'm not
famous gyms.
myself, you guys.
Yeah, these
Famous
gyms really threw her off.
JayMarZZ.
Yeah.
Friday Funny Games. Name 5 stand-up comedians.
Chris Rock, Dane Cook.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a pull, right? Dave Chappelle,
Good.
Richard Pryor, and Angela Johnson.
I need clarification. I believe you.
No, she's a comedian.
Okay.
Angela Johnson.
I don't know. If
Come on,
Angela
guys.
Johnson-
Y'all don't
maybe
know
I
Angela
do.
Johnson?
Maybe I do, and if I'd seen her, I just don't know. That I'm going to
that
give you credit for it.
the
You said it's
nail
conviction.
lady?
Yes, the nail lady, the Bon
Okay,
Kiki.
good.
Yeah. See?
Oh, okay.
There's my
now,
backup.
See, there we go. Now I got it. Simone, name 5 restaurant chains.
Ooh, something I can succeed at. Okay. BJ's, Applebee's, Chili's.
You're naming all the white ones.
I know, I'm sorry. Let's see. 2 more. Man, wow. Let's go with is Iron Horse Tavern? Do they have a couple
That's
of
not
those?
that is
No,
not
it's
a
just
chain.
One? It's just one?
It's just one,
Oh,
maybe
man.
2.
Okay. Let me
Actually, I
round this
think
out.
there's
Let me
2.
round this out. Ruby Tuesdays. That's like
There you go. That
trash.
counts. Oh.
Sorry.
Wow.
And lastly, let's go with Red Robin.
There you go.
Okay.
There's 5. Although I did not see Ruby Tuesdays catching
Not
a
at
stray
all.
like that.
Not at all. As
Said
Michael
it's
said,
trash.
you could have gone to one of your famous gyms, Gym Boys.
Yeah, there you
Could have
go.
gone right back to there.
Recycling.
Okay, JayMarZZ.
Yes, sir.
Name 5 cartoon characters.
5 cartoon characters. Let's see. Scooby-Doo, Scrappy-Doo, the Smurfs, all of them. We'll count
Okay.
them as one. Papa Smurf. Gosh, I'm trying to rack my brain in my cartoons. Man, that why is that the toughest one you've asked me today? Doug. What's a Chucky from Rugrats?
There you go.
There
There's
you go.
5. There's 5. All right, we got a couple more for
Hit
each of
me.
you, or 2
Hit
more for
me.
Simone, 1 more for Jay. Simone, name 5 states east of the Mississippi.
Wow. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Maine, and Vermont.
Wow.
You went way east.
A Northeast girl, right?
Yes. JayMarZZ, name 5 Michael Jackson songs.
The Way You Make Me Feel, Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean, and Bad.
Dang, did you need more time?
No.
Simone, to wrap up Friday Funny Games, name 5 signs of the zodiac.
Oh, light work. Sagittarius, Libra, Capricorn, Aries, Taurus.
Nice. Can you name the rest?
Yeah. Pisces, Aquarius, Gemini, Virgo. I don't know. Cancer. I don't know if I've listed them all now.
You might have. I think you made up for your lack of gyms.
Thank you so
Well
much.
done, you guys. Well done. There you go. You played Name 5. It was fun. It was Friday. It was fun in games. Thank you for all of you playing at home. Ruby Tuesday was the most random of the entries, but I appreciate it.
Again, Ruby Tuesday catching a stray, though. She said it's trash.
I don't think I've ever been inside of Ruby Tuesday.
Okay, I haven't either. All right, Jason, bonus question for you.
Yeah.
Name 5 defunct chain restaurants. Go.
Defunct? Well,
See, it doesn't feel good, does
Yeah,
it?
does it?
Yeah.
Does it feel good to be put on the spot, Jason?
Do you have them in your
No.
head?
I was hoping you knew.
Well, because like some of them aren't here in our town, but I think there still exist.
That counts.
Like, Fridays still exist, right? Not
Does it?
here, TGI Fridays.
I think so. What about
Fuddruckers?
JJ North's? Is there JJ? Fuddruckers is still around.
Okay.
JJ North's, I don't know, is still around. What about Skippers? Is Skippers? I think there's still some Skippers.
I think they are. Yeah. We'll have to work on it. But I need you guys to help us in our final segment. It's the news. It's the way we like to end the day and end the week. But we have an opportunity for you guys to win a prize as well. You're going to be involved in today's edition of guessing our celebrity birthdays. Get on the phone now, 1-800-920-1140, 1-800-920-1140. We'll wrap up the week. We've got that next.
You want more Kings coverage? Sactown Sports 1140's giving it to you.
You know, you'll be watching and thinking, man, like, I guess Keegan, he's maybe not as good today. And then you look up and he's got, 12 and 8, and it's, the second quarter, and he is just so calm, so efficient.
I think it's absolutely what Sacramento needs. I think there's this sense that something special is starting to fall into place.
Log on to SactownSports.com for exclusive content. SactownSports.com.
Ever since you, Dirk Bentley. Beers on Me Tour 2022, Friday, July 29th, Toyota Amphitheater. And he's bringing along special guests, Ashley McBride. Let's just stick to the one night stand. And Travis Denning. Dirk Bentley, live in concert. On sale now at livenation.com, part of the Hard Rock Sacramento Concert Series.
When there's trouble in the bedroom, it can hurt more than just your confidence. It can hurt your marriage or dating life. Not knowing if you'll be able to perform at any moment doesn't help either. Pacific Men's Clinic can help. Go to the clinic that specializes in one thing, making your love life the best it can be by solving the problem at its source. Pacific Men's Clinic's non-invasive procedure. It's safe and pain-free. Call 916-545-7577 for your free consultation now. That's 916-545-7577.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's going to make this, the summer event, the best yet?
Saving you up to $10,000 off MSRP on the all-new 2022 Jeep Wagoneer. These things are really nice, and everyone's trying to get their hands on one. We have over 20 available, and you won't find a better deal anywhere else. When my wife saw these getting here, she told me it was time for an upgrade.
Happy wife, happy life, I guess. Hey, what about those Jeep Gladiators I'm starting to see everywhere?
Oh, yes, the Jeep truck. Those things are really cool. Right now, save up to $2,500 off MSRP on the new 2022 Jeep Gladiator Rubicons. Every person I talk to that has one of these loves it. Definitely worth checking it out.
Well, there's no better place to do it than Hoblet Dodge in historic downtown Woodland, except maybe HobletDodge.com, where you can search, select, and save through their entire inventory. Hoblet Dodge, best prices, best selection, period.
10,000 total net savings on new 2022 Wagoneer Series 2 after 5,000 factory rebates and 5,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 5,000 Conquest bonus cash. Must own or lease non-FCA group vehicle. 2,500 total net savings on new 2022 Gladiator Rubicons after 2,500 dealer discount. 5-inch net savings. See dealer for details.
Near the banks of the Sacramento River, Perry Dye of the famous Dye family of golf architects designed Barkley Kavanaugh Golf Course as Sacramento's #1 course for fun. Dye's design and mixture of holes assures players of a fun-filled day with friends. Bartley Kavanaugh's moderately sized greens and generous fairway landing areas make for an affordable and fun round of golf. After golf, relax on the outdoor veranda with a cold beverage or a tasty meal. For tee times, visit BartleyKavanaugh.com. It's Sacramento's #1 course for fun.
The more we learn about COVID-19, the more questions we have. The biggest question now? What's next? What will COVID bring in 6 months? A year? If you're feeling anxious about the future, you're not alone. Cal Hope offers free COVID-19 emotional support. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
Safe Credit Union is local, in your community, and member-owned. Because members are shareholders, Safe's profits, they're reinvested in you. You get lower rates and higher dividends so you can save more and you'll reach your financial goals faster. Now, Safe's branch staff, they're knowledgeable and ready to serve, and in-branch appointments are always encouraged at safecu.org. When you need advice about the future, well, let Safe put you first. Join Safe and be a part of the credit union movement today at safecu.org. Safe Credit Union is insured by NCUA.
At Folsom Lake Honda, in addition to great prices on new Hondas, we stock the best selection of quality pre-owned vehicles, and each one of those vehicles is priced to sell now.
With new cars in high demand, Folsom Lake Honda has a great selection of quality one-owner trades with low miles, and each is priced to sell now. Every used vehicle on the lot comes with a Carfax vehicle history report and has passed a safety inspection. Shop our entire selection at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Stand by on this frequency. It's time for the news of the day.
Thank you for ruining the show and dropping a steamer on my journalistic integrity.
Today's important headlines, intelligent analysis, hard-hitting interviews. Yeah, this is none of those things. Here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Oh my God, I love those guys.
Thank you. Thank you. It is time for the news, and it's time for you to get online right now. 1-800-920-1140. Your chance to win tickets to see Dierks Bentley. We got some tickets for you. It's going to be at Toyota Amphitheater next week. So get on now. 1-800-920-1140. You are going to participate in today's celebrity birthdays. If you know how old these celebrities are, you'll get a chance to win. That's that simple. But we got to give you some news and notes and different things in the way we do it here on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Dave is back next week. Jason Ross, JayMarZZ. Thanks again to Simone as well. She's hanging out with us today, so we hope you enjoyed Friday fun and games. Let's see. It's National Mango Day.
Oh.
Okay.
Delicious.
Do you have a mango smoothie this morning?
I do.
There you go.
Wow.
She's
National
celebrating.
Rat Catchers Day.
Oh, I got one of those at the house.
Do you?
No joke. Oh yeah, right outside the fence we got rat catchers.
Oh, did you get one yet?
I haven't looked.
Okay, yeah, that's.
I'll take a
that's always
picture and let you know.
I was thinking in like the more like metaphor sense of like, oh, where's the rat? You know, like.
Oh no, this is real.
A
Ooh,
real
dirty rat. National Hammock Day. I always thought like you arrived if you had a hammock in your backyard.
You seem like a hammock guy, Jason.
I had one. We have one or had one, and I did not utilize it as much.
Really?
Yeah.
I figured you would have like.
Sounds good.
You're the guy that jumps in the pool 12 months out of the year. I figured the guy that jumps in the pool 12 months out of the year to get used to it would like abuse the hammock almost.
You would think I would, and knowing that Jay that I could sleep anywhere at any time, and really it would be great to like sleep in a hammock outside right now.
I agree, especially given your situation. I think getting out of that room period would be good for you.
Yeah, I might have to revisit National Hammock Day. All right, on this date, self-serving this one for me, July 22nd, 1993. Yankees, Don Mattingly hit his 200th home run, Jay. You know, a day they're still talking about.
I'm not sure if Don Mattingly has gotten more mentions on any radio show than in this last year. Or this last week, excuse me.
He deserves it. Donnie Baseball. On this day, July 22nd, 1994, O.J. Simpson pleads, quote, absolutely 100% not guilty of murder.
Well, they found him 100% not guilty, right?
So it's got
it has to be true.
Yeah, he was not guilty.
There you go.
Talk about a different day and time. On this day in 1997, Greg Maddux, the Hall of Famer, pitched a complete game on 76 pitches.
Jeez. 76?
Yeah, guys get through like 4 innings on that now.
I was going to say, guys are going 80 pitches in 4 innings and getting pulled. He did a complete game in 76 pitches?
That guy was a magician.
My Lord.
Dodgers
legend Greg Maddux.
Yes. What else do we have for you? Again, get online, 1-800-920-1140 to compete in our celebrity birthday segment coming up in just moments. July 22nd, 2005, the movie Hustle and Flow came out.
Sadly, I've never seen Hustle and Flow.
That's a good movie.
Shame on you.
It is shame on me. I'll wear that.
The fan, Lola. Let's see. July 22nd, 1996, The Daily Show debuted.
Now, I have seen that.
Do you know who the original host was?
Wasn't Jon Stewart, right?
No, it was before him.
Oh, gosh, I don't.
It's tricky. I don't know.
Craig Kilborn, who was at that time my favorite Sports Center anchor. Unique style, different. Didn't last a long. I don't even know where he is these days.
Yeah, Kilborn, I think, tried to, and then after I didn't even know he was the original host of The Daily Show, but I feel like they tried him in different, late night roles.
Yeah.
It just never really came about.
No, it just didn't work, and I don't know if there's got to be more of a backstory there for him. Let's see, 1983, Jaws 3D came out of this day.
Missed that one.
We're gonna need a bigger boat and bigger glasses for that one.
I've never watched one of the Jaws movies all the way through.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Scary?
No, it just seems whack.
Okay. How about July 22nd, 2022? That's today.
That
the
is
movie
today.
Nope premieres. I definitely want to see Nope.
Who's in Nope?
Yeah.
I don't know who's in. Well, it's Jordan Peele, so it's from.
Oh, then yeah, I'm definitely seeing it.
Get Out and Us. I've seen the first. They're not related. I mean, it's just him that's made these scary movies.
Well, actually, I heard that it's all a part of this like cinematic universe that he's creating of like this
no,
thriller.
really?
Yeah, and they all will coincide, or they all do have
Interesting.
threads to each other.
I'm a big fan of the Jordan Peele's, his genre of horror, so I will definitely be seeing it.
He does a good job. That comes out tonight, so today. So check
Super
that out.
stoked.
All right, it's time. It's time to guess the ages of these people that we call celebrities. Do we have some participants, Jay?
Yes, let me move on over here. We got on line 1, Ryan, and then line 2, who do we got?
Hello,
phone,
you there?
Oh, I got to turn the phone on. Now they're there. Ryan, you there?
Here. Good morning, gentlemen. Simone and Travis. How's it going?
Hey.
Hey. Ryan. Who else do we have, Jay?
Travis?
Yes, sir.
All right, we have Ryan and Travis.
Ryan and Travis will get us started. You all can play as well. 1-800-920-1140, 1-800-920-1140 for your chance to see Dierks Bentley in concert next week, Toyota Amphitheater. All right, Ryan, you were first, so you're going to get the first guess at this. Whoever is closer on the celebrity birthday today between Ryan and Travis will win our first pair of tickets. Ryan, how old is former Eagles legend, and not Philadelphia Eagles, but the band and solo artist Don Henley? How old is he turning today?
79.
All right, Travis, what is your guess?
I'm going to say 75.
75. Travis, you are right on. Travis, you are the winner. Ryan, stay on. We're going to see if you can compete against the next contestant. 1-800-920-1140. Travis got it right on, Jay, with Don Henley being 75. Nice job.
Very nice job. Good job. Way to know your Don Henley.
Yes.
Because we all know our Don Henley, right?
Yes. Do we have another participant here at 1-800-920-1140?
Yes. Line 3, who are we talking to?
Tim.
Tim.
Jim.
Oh, Jim.
Hey, good morning.
Is it a Jim? No.
A famous Jim. Just to get Simone's
Tim,
goat here.
With the T.
Tim. All right.
We said that first. Now it's Tim.
Tim, like Tim the Toolman Taylor.
What, you mean Tim or Tim?
Yep.
I think Tim.
Tim? We're going with Tim with a T. Okay.
Or is it Tim with a Z?
Tim versus Ryan. Ryan, we're going to have you go first again. Happy birthday today to the lovely and talented Selena Gomez. How old is Selena Gomez turning today?
27.
27. Tim with a T. How old is Selena Gomez turning today?
Selena Gomez is turning 25.
25 for Tim, 27 for Ryan. Ryan, you are our winner. Selena Gomez turns 30 today. She thanks you for calling her younger than that. Ryan, you hang on. You have one. Tim, you stay on. See if we can get you as a winner. But Ryan wins tickets to see Dierks Bentley coming up next week at Toyota Amphitheater. 1-800-920-1140 as Celebrity Birthdays continues. Tim is in the hot seat. Who is joining Tim? Who else do we have today?
Line 4, who is this? Talking to you.
We got you. Who is
Dylan?
this?
Dylan.
All right, Dylan versus Tim. Tim, you get to go first. How old is Hall of Famer? I believe, yeah, he's a Hall of Famer now. Raiders legend, Notre Dame Heisman Trophy winner, Tim Brown. Tim, a fellow Tim. How old is Tim Brown turning today?
Tim Brown is 51.
All right, Dylan, what's your guess?
Let's go 56.
56. Dylan, you hit it right on the nose. Congratulations. Dylan is the winner. Tim, you stay in the hot seat. Dylan, you move on. You're going to win tickets to see Dierks Bentley, Toyota Amphitheater next week. Celebrity Birthdays rolls along. 1-800-920-1140. Tim, with a T, has had a couple of guesses at this. Who else do we have here?
Line 5, good morning.
What's going on?
Hey, what's your name?
Eric.
Eric?
Yes, sir.
All right, Tim versus Eric. All right, Tim, you get to go first again. How about former USC Trojan, former #1 pick? Just get him the damn ball. Keyshawn Johnson. How old is Keyshawn turning today? Tim?
Keyshawn is he's turning 37.
37. All right, Eric, what's your guess?
I'm saying 47.
47. Eric, much closer. Keyshawn is 50 today. 50. Tim, you're struggling today. Eric, you hang on. You are our winner. We've got one last opportunity.
Actually, we're just going to give them to Tim because our lines are completely full right now. So,
Okay.
Tim, you're going to win by default, buddy.
All right, but I want to keep playing with Tim because
Okay.
Tim had some issues here. Tim, you're going to win. But we got to zero in. We got to get you closer. Let me see who we can find on this list. Danny Glover. How old is Danny Glover turning today, Tim?
Danny Glover is turning 69.
No, Tim, I'm going to let you get another stab at that. Danny Glover's old as all hell.
76, Tim. Okay,
Hey,
let's.
Can I talk to you guys for a second?
Sure.
How old are you, Tim?
Okay, I'm 59.
Okay, that's what I would have guessed. Go ahead.
I don't think I can go to the concert if it's next week. I'm going to Mexico. I didn't know it was next week.
All right. We're done with Tim. Jay is done with Tim.
Jay is done with Tim. We're going to have one more winner. All right, Jay and Simone, let's wrap this up with some more celebrity birthdays.
Here, let's just do me and Simone for the rest of this segment.
Ezekiel
Tim.
Elliott.
Zeke is 28.
Young man. 27 then.
Simone on the button, 27.
Wow.
Funny man, comedian, former SNL guy, David Spade.
David Spade is 52.
I'm 54.
Simone, 58.
Damn
A little closer.
you.
Yeah.
We lost him 2 years ago, but how old would he have been today? Alex Trebek.
Alex Trebek would have been 89.
Format the question, please.
What is 89?
Okay, Simone.
What is 85?
Simone again. What
Oh
is
my
82? Let's end with one last one. Keith Sweat.
Nice.
JayMarZZ, you better get this one.
Oh, Keith Sweat, old ass, is 56.
Okay.
I'll go with 51.
JayMarZZ wins 61
Oh,
for
wow.
Mr. Keith Sweat.
15.
There you go. Tim, work on your ages, work on your ability to get to Dierks Bentley. We'll have one more winner off air. Thank you all for listening. Thank you to Simone. Thank you to Jay. Dave is back next week. Jim Rome is next. Check out Cattles and Rami this afternoon. Have yourself a great weekend. See ya.
This is Joe Cordell. In other ads, I've talked about the weighty matters that are on the table in divorce: assets, debts, spousal support, and of course, children. But here I want to talk to you about a troublesome issue that arises early and often in the divorce process, but which attorneys, including myself, say too little about, and that's the cost of a divorce. Yet as important as this factor is, it shouldn't overwhelm the more deserving issues that are raised by divorce. But here are just a few